So I just raged on stream, and it was muted, and I'm even more pissed than I was before. Of course it was muted, man. Might have been a good thing, because I was cussing left and right. And then I rage quit the stream. Thanks for letting me know, Eric. I realized I saw your text. And dude, I'm losing my mind, guys. That was ridiculous, and I'm pissed. And I was so pissed I didn't even check to make sure my mic was working. So here we are. Now my mic's working, and I'm pissed off, dude. If you can tell, my voice is like a little different because I just raged. I bet hopefully I made it a little bit better because you guys saw me raging with my mic muted, so it just was me raging. Oh god, dang, man. Okay, all right. Let me just let's just pretend that didn't happen, okay? I'm just gonna pretend like that did not happen. That I didn't just go live with my mic muted and rage with my mic muted. Give me a sec, guys. You guys would have been proud of that rant, too. That's what bums me out. You guys would have been proud. And I don't feel like I have that same energy. I just literally expended it all. That was the most pathetically refereed game. Oh, Jakob Howe, thank you for the 20 Norwegian cronies donation. He says he just punched a hole in my wall. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I wouldn't be punching holes in walls, but I haven't been that pissed at refs in my life. We got part of it, but then it cut out. Oh, you guys got part of it? Okay, that's good. Then you guys feel my energy right now. Yeah, I don't know why it cut out, but holy hell, that was the most pathetically refereed game that I've seen. Maybe ever. Honestly. How do you, like... I mean, you might have heard this because I don't know when it cut out, but how do you miss that goaltend, man? How do you miss that goaltend? Like, it's such an incompetent ref job. The NBA should be pissed, but the NBA doesn't hold their refs accountable, so they probably don't care. They probably don't care that they just missed that call. They'll just say in their little 2-minute report, oh yeah, the referees, they missed that goaltend, and we'll be sitting here like, no shit. You got Jazz fans having the audacity to boo the refs all game. Dame got hit 1,000,000 times, only shoots 3 free throws. How do you only shoot 3 free throws? He literally got hit like 25 times. If he was getting Harden calls, he would have shot 30 free throws, not 3. Dude, that was literally the most pathetically reffed game, and what was funny is you had the Jazz fans booing at every little petty missed call. Every little thing, you had these guys booing. It was ridiculous. I don't understand how you have the audacity to boo those refs when they were literally playing football. It was like they were auditioning for an NFL expansion team to Utah. Bro, my God, man. That was literally oh, I hate it. I hate NBA refs. They're not held accountable. The NBA doesn't care. It pisses me off so much, man. Screw these refs. Screw those refs, dude. That was literally horrible. And there were some missed calls that, Utah got screwed over on. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear it, but like, they were incompetent towards Utah a little bit, and towards us more than I've ever seen a referee crew be incompetent towards us. How does Damian Lillard only shoot 3 free throws? Dame has a right to be absolutely pissed. I am just God. That is literally the most embarrassing missed goaltend call in NBA history, in my opinion. The only reason it wouldn't be is like, okay, maybe they missed something in the finals one time. I don't know. The Blazers should petition this. That is literally ridiculous. Sorry, I'm on Twitter. I'll bring Eric on. Captain Cap'n, the YouTube police shut down Blazers Uprise at Troy Jones YT because he broke the ramp meters at YouTube HQ. Wojnarowski reports. All right, let me bring on Eric, man. When did I go black? What is wrong with everything right now, man? When did I go black? Black screen. I'm so confused. Alright, Eric doesn't want to answer. Eric doesn't want to answer. Yeah, how long ago did I go black screen? I didn't even know. My stuff's glitching out. That's why I was muted. That's why I had that black screen, I think. I don't know. I'm confused. I was calling you, Eric. It says no answer right here. Call you again. Everything's glitching out. I think I broke my internet with my anger. Okay, there we go. So let me turn up my volume because the Skype ringtone drives me crazy because I can't hear you. Okay, there we go. So how long was I on a black screen just now?
It was just
okay,
like
good. I caught it right
seconds.
away. I caught it right away. Yeah, I don't know. Like stuff's glitching out. I guess I'm just gonna stay on my stream page to make sure everything is good to go.
Yeah, your first stream it was like fine, and then I don't know, you did something and it was just muted, and we were just watching you yell at the screen.
Oh God, dude.
Oh man, I needed that laugh. Thanks, Story. I think we all needed to laugh.
I can cheer you guys up because that was pathetic, man. I'm glad I guess maybe it was a good thing if it, you guys, if it cheered you up, because holy hell, that was.
So, you want to hear the Adrian Wojnarowski tweet? Hard to miss a call worse than the officials did on a Gobert goaltend of a Lillard drive-in lay-in in the final seconds of a brutal loss. Back-to-back at altitude in Utah, bench depleted, just a hellacious end. Orlando on Thursday, there must have been a problem with the game yesterday in Orlando. Portland tonight, sloppy run of NBA officiating. You know it's bad when Woj...
I've never seen Woj call out the NBA. But like Olshay's his buddy,
Yeah, someone said this in the chat, but go retweet that.
Yeah,
let's get that everywhere.
I mean, Woj has so many followers that'll go viral, but oh my God. You got so Donovan Mitchell and Bojan are out there celebrating. I wouldn't be celebrating a win like that. You guys lost 5 games in a row. The Jazz have lost 5 games in a row. They were playing against a team that was down to 7 players who were running lineups with Mario Hezonja, Caleb Swanigan, Wenyen Gabriel, Gary Trent Jr., Carmelo, CJ, Dame. That was the team they're playing against at home, and they got gifted a win from the refs. So why are they celebrating, bro? You would never see Dame celebrating, like squeezing water on guys like they just won a playoff game. Like, you know, that team doesn't have the mental makeup to go far. I'm just going to say that right now. The fact that they're celebrating after this win is embarrassing, in my opinion. Like, I as a Jazz fan, if that was like my team in that situation, I'd be like, why the hell are you guys celebrating like that? Like why I'd be embarrassed. But Jazz fans, I see Jazz fans on Twitter like, we're better than you. Like, have some self-awareness. You know what I mean? Like, screw that team. They played physical all game. It was like they were auditioning for a Salt Lake City expansion NFL team, man. And they got away with it. Like, what the hell was that? Dame goes to the free throw line 3 times. How's that possible? He got hit so many times. He got hit so many times.
That game better not cost us the playoffs too. I mean, if we're in a tight race with like several teams, we can't afford the NBA to screw us over like that.
You got Mike Rice on Twitter saying half of these refs should be in the G League. Like, it's time they hold their refs more accountable. You know, it's ridiculous. You got Enes Kanter with a facepalm emoji saying Rob. Like, you got the NBA, like, NBA Twitter is all behind the Blazers. I guess that's cool to see. I see somebody tweeting, heck, I'm a Thunder fan. I'm still upset that they screwed that up for the Blazers. Refs have to be accountable. Like, God, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it wasn't even close. You know what I mean? Like, it would be one thing if it had just reached the backboard, but it was like 3 inches off the backboard when Gobert got to it. And, like, if it's that close, you call that and then you go review it. You know what I mean? The thing is, like, they should be allowed to go review that, you know, even if they don't call it. That's something the NBA is going to have to change. You know, if they, like, okay, we didn't call it, but, like, the next dead ball or whatever, you know,
what's the point of having an effing review if you can't freaking review a play? It's like, how often are we going to get screwed by this? We've already gotten screwed once on a non-goaltend call against OKC a few years ago, Scott effing Foster. And then we got screwed on when Markieff Morris stepped out of bounds, but that's not reviewable when he hits a 3 to beat us.
Man. We always getting screwed, bro. Like,
yeah.
And you guys know the thing is, there'll be games where I feel like, damn, the refs kind of screwed us over that game, but I won't come on here and complain about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll complain about it on Twitter a little bit, and I'll see Blazer fans complaining on Twitter, but I literally try hard not to be that guy that just, like, comes on his stream and just always like, dude, the refs missed that one call and this one call, like, whatever, but holy hell, that was literally, like, if there's ever a time for me to go off on refs, that was it, because it wasn't just that call, it was all game. Dame was getting hammered. They were trying to bully him, trying to play super physical, and Dame only shoots 3 free throws because he got a foul on one play. Only one play they called a foul for Dame to get him to the line. That's ridiculous. The dude...
Well, he got fouled on that 3-2 when
Didn't
he
call
tied
it,
the game
like,
late.
It's just absolutely ridiculous, man. Let me hopefully, like, stuff doesn't start. Let me mute that. Okay. Hopefully, so Dame shot 30 shots, and you're telling me they only called a foul on one of those? You know, one of those 30 shots? Like, you watch James Harden, dude. Like, it's night and day difference. That's why nobody respects James Harden dropping 36 points per game. If Dame needs to change his last name to Harden, Damian Harden, because he'll get to the line like 20 times, 25 times a game with the same calls that the refs did not call tonight. Because, dude, he doesn't. He's the most disrespected star by the refs, the most disrespected superstar, even after this insane run that he's been on, averaging 45 points per game. I mean, he had 42 points before this play. Even after all that, he's still treated like he's a goddamn rookie sometimes. He's still treated like he's a nobody. And refs give preferential treatment to superstars. Why can't our superstar get basic treatment? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It pisses me off, man. Like, literally, just... just want to enjoy a Blazer game. And I would have been, if this game was refereed, fine, and we lost, but putting up that type of effort, I would have been generally happy. We'd be talking about Ariza shouldn't have lost his cool, and we'll get into that. But I would have been generally happy. I'm proud of the effort this team put up. But it just absolutely ruins this entire game. It's literally a sham.
Dude, that play was not even close. It's not like it was a split second or anything. It was several inches off the backboard. Dame laid it off the backboard. There is no excuse for missing that call. None. It's not like it was a bang-bang play. It hit the backboard. There was almost a split second before he even touched it. And he slapped the whole dang backboard, which is supposed to be a goaltend too. Just ridiculous, man. To deny the Blazers a chance to win that game based on a reffing call when they played their
battled against the refs all day long because they couldn't get a call throughout this game and they literally overcame it. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That pisses me off.
They didn't call that effing foul on Simons either. Yeah, how do you miss that?
The dude sweeped his leg. That's the call that's supposed to be a point of emphasis the past couple years. You got to give the shooter room to land. Not only did Royce O'Neal not give him room to land, he was literally behind him. He literally stepped his leg out more and then brought it through Simons' legs. Took Simons out for the entire game. And when you see a guy fall like that, as a ref, even if you don't see the play, a guy's not going to fall like that unless a defender, undercuts them. So it was the most obvious foul call, and they didn't even call it. It could have been possibly a flagrant, Because O'Neal, it looked like... I don't know, they call flagrants on those sometimes, and they literally didn't even call a common foul. That's how ridiculous it was. And Simon's out for the game. They got a fast break that literally changed the momentum of the first half. And we fought back, got a 14-point lead at halftime. You know what I mean? But how do you miss that? It's just absolutely ridiculous. Battled all game long through just the most incompetent refereeing I've ever seen. And of course it ends with them screwing up a goaltend call.
Yeah, and I thought the refs were supposed to be taught to, if it was close, to just call it a goaltend so they can review it. Why the heck can't you review that?
Yeah.
What? You want to be... what's the point of even having replay if you can't review stuff that could potentially cost the team a game? That's so ridiculous. It's under 2 minutes. Everything should be reviewable.
Yeah.
They Blazers fouled right after that. They should have gone to the monitor right then and been okay, our bad. And then all this is solved. But no, the rules say we can't do it unless we call it. Then why did you effing call it?
Yeah, I mean, that. Just have some, the thing is, they just need to have common sense. You know what I mean? If the refs really feel like they messed something up and there's a dead ball, give them the leeway to, okay, maybe we'll go review that, and if it was a goaltend call, then okay, we'll change it and it'll be Utah's ball. You know what I mean? It will be Utah's ball after the goaltend because, they call the goaltend, then Utah takes it out of bounds, okay? And just get it right. The referees still don't have enough leeway to get it right. And that's the thing. There's a dead ball right after that. I think the refs knew, okay, we probably messed up, but the rule of the law says we can't go change that. Just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, so someone was asking for clarification on the rule. So if they don't call goaltending or a foul or anything, if they don't call a travel or whatever the call is, then it's non-reviewable. If they call a foul or they call it out of bounds or they call it a goaltend, they can then Portland would have been able to challenge it. So the fact that they didn't call it a goaltend, because if they call it a goaltend, they go to the review and they could figure out, even if it wasn't a goaltend, it would be Utah's ball. It's same situation. They'd be going to the free throw line. Everything would be fine. But since they didn't call it, you can't review it, and that's ridiculous.
Yep. I mean, you got ESPN. It's from...
Especially when you only get one effing challenge a game. Why can't you just challenge any play? If you're only going to give them one challenge, everything should be challenged.
Portland didn't have a timeout, so they couldn't challenge. God, man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like K. Jimbo says, you have to call that. You just have to call it. Like that's. Dame literally went right to the glass, laid it off the backboard, and Gobert slots it after it hits the backboard, and that none of the three refs can see that. Not one of them saw the freaking ball bounce off the backboard.
God, I wish we could play the Jazz in
Cheyenne, man,
in the playoffs. We'd wipe their ass, man.
Cheyenne, I know you're a Utah fan, but stop with that. This is your one warning. He's saying trade Dame. It's not. It's past the trade deadline, idiot.
I'm not giving warnings to any dumb Utah fans. You know, if anybody's coming here saying that, they're ridiculous anyway. So, talking trash after a win like that's sad. That's sad. All right, hide user. I'm not even doing a 300-second ban. They're just gone. They're just gone. Bye. AM Productions, you gotta chill with that though. I'm not showing that comment. You know that'll get held for review, and I'm not gonna show that. I know.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, I don't really blame them, but how the hell you allow a Jazz fan here? I don't know. It's hard to keep up with chat and rant, and keep up with Twitter because NBA Twitter's popping off, and I'm trying to keep up with it. We're literally getting. Yeah. We're literally getting more than a chat per second right now. We're literally getting 72 chats a minute right now. Shout out to the $5 donor. Sorry, I missed that with all that. Ash Grizamaril. Sorry if I butchered that. I'll just say Ash. He says, according to the ref's logic, shooting someone in the head isn't murder unless a witness calls it murder. That's basic ref logic. Yeah. Don't put refs on a jury, man. Referees should be excused from ever having to serve jury duty or anything like that, because my goodness,
so frustrating. We played Utah. We had the stupid NBA f's us up with the schedule. We have to play Utah twice in 1 week off of back-to-back, one in LA, one traveling to Utah, losing an hour, and we play well both games against them, and nope. There's no way. We're not letting you win this game.
Yeah.
The starting pay for a referee is like over $200,000 a year, like training starting off. Like they get paid major money.
It's ridiculous. Cut their paycheck in half and raise the veteran for WNBA players even more.
Oh, this. Like, I'm not even joking. This officiating crew should just be fired on the spot. Like, that's.
And it's just like, it's not even just that call. Just Dame shooting 3 free throws all game. Anthony getting his legs taken out by Royce O'Neal sweeping through, and that's not called. I mean, Ariza got ejected on a play that honestly I don't think should have been a foul call, but there's obviously stuff that happened before that. You had many of our guys on rebounds just get shoved in the back, just shoved to the ground with no calls. You had literally so many plays that entire game that didn't go called, that like I would have been pissed at the refs after this game anyway. Even in a win, I'd be talking about the win, but I'd be talking about the refs. It's ridiculous. It's literally the entire game, and then of course they cap it off with the gem of the night. God, man.
Hey, get this. Casey Holdall just tweeted. According to multiple players on the team, the referee said wasn't even close to a goaltend when they argued.
Are they blind? Are you? What? What? How is it not even close? What?
It wasn't even close to not being a goaltend. That's where, like, how do you get that far off? And so Casey also says, I've known Dame since his pre-draft workout in Portland. I have never, ever seen him as mad as he was in the post-game locker room. Pure, uncut anger. In between explaining his issues with officiating over the game as a whole, Lillard had one refrain. We're in a playoff race, and this cost us a game. Absolutely right. They better not find any of these players either. Yeah, like, F that.
Man. Screw the NBA. The NBA is, honestly, as a league, the NBA is not. like I don't really talk about this, but the way they market, only specific players or specific teams, I think it hurts their ratings. There's a reason why ratings are going down. I'm not going to get into that right now, but like I think it's stupid on their part. But then the referee issue, man. The referee issue is the league is losing respect over it. Like, if you're a fan of other sports and then you look at this sport and you see crap like that, like. I know there's bad refereeing that happens in other sports, but it's like obvious.
Oh.
Like there's problems almost every game I watch. There's multiple calls where it's like, how do you miss that? Or how do you call that? It's just like, it's so random. They might as well flip a coin every time a play happens where there might be a foul or might not be a foul or might be a call. And then just like, I don't know, it might as well just be random. You might as well have robots out there randomly calling crap. Like, God, man, it's stupid. It's so dumb.
Hey, did you mention the kickball?
Oh yeah, yeah. See, Dame throws
the
a pass
kick
and they
ball.
reach out and kick the ball.
They kick the ball and then they get a fast break out of it because they don't call the effing kick ball.
God, man. Like literally. Oh, dude. Like that's the thing. It wasn't just that call. There was so many calls they missed. So many calls.
Yep.
And it was on national TV, which I guess I'm glad it was on national TV, but all right, I'm gonna tweet that out. I don't know if you want to respond to chat right now or talking about the refs or talk about something, but I'm gonna tweet out just all the missed calls.
Hold on. I just saw something else that I want to talk about, but I'm trying to find it. Okay. I'm trying to find oh, this is interesting. Let me see this. Oh, there's an overhead view of the Simons thing. Roy St. Neal purposely trips him.
Yeah, and then he like tried to rip through Carmelo's arm.
He stops his foot, and then right when Simons is coming down, he sticks it out and like sweeps it. What a bitch! Oh, but that's not a foul either.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Clarkson putting his elbow up at somebody's face on a dead ball, like right into somebody's face, and no technical.
Yeah, so I completely agree with this. Refs need to start getting fined, suspended, fired, heavy, not just little shit. Putting stripes and marks on their careers as well. If you miss something like that, you get a strike. 3 and you're done for life. I don't care. I'm so mad still. NBA officials
they need to review full.
Like, yeah, what? They don't have any kind of
full
discipline
games and then like have like a percentage of like correct calls, missed no calls. Like they need to keep track of stats for refs. They need to honestly review games and then keep track of stats for refs. The worst refs need to get demoted, and then the best G League refs needs to get promoted or something. Like the next year, the following season, you gotta hold them accountable because this referee crew was just their stats for this game would be just horribly bad. They just need to be more transparent, hold refs more accountable, and try and fix this issue. But the NBA is literally like, it just doesn't do anything to fix this, man.
Someone's asking where I saw the Simons things. I'll retweet it if I find it. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I just retweeted it. It's at Hoopsjock on Twitter if you want to see it.
Dude, I'm just pissed, bro. Like, it's literally ridiculous.
And, see, it's so sad that, like, Al Farouk Aminu for 3 says, proud of our team. Yeah. Dude, our team played so good. Like, you can't ask for much more with 7 guys. Ariza stupidly gets ejected. They had to fight with the refs. Simons goes down. They had 7 guys. Dame and CJ basically had to play the whole second half. Really proud of their effort. I mean, the organization doesn't want to give them any help either. And they battled their butts off tonight, and almost they should have. It's just a disgrace that they don't even have a chance to win the game.
Yep.
NBA refs treated like police in America. Yeah, can't do anything wrong.
It's so ridiculous. I'm just crafting this tweet. All right. There we go. I'll tweet that out. Shout out to NBA refs, man.
Kyle Parker, look up Brian Tahoe explains exactly how it works. What are you referring to? Man, yeah, Biggie shot. I thought that was going down too. It was right on line.
CJ McCollum says, after the game on the foul says, or this guy's tweeting now on the foul, but probably talking about the goaltend, said, it cost us a game. We're competing for a playoff spot. The explanation I got pissed me off. Makes me think that they're not capable of doing the job the way they're supposed to, which means you should be reprimanded and you should be fined accordingly.
Yep. I hope every player says it. I hope Dame doesn't let the NBA off the hook for it.
That was that. Yeah.
Yeah. The Ariza foul, I thought that was kind of I don't know. I didn't think that was much contact to get that mad about either. And then to stick your head in his face like you're gonna headbutt him or something.
Cool, I bet there's plays before
dude,
that
what are you
set
doing?
him off. But yeah, you we win this game
right,
if Ariza stays in. It's.
We already lost Simons at that point. You gotta keep your cool. Yeah, definitely a build up, but you got the tee. You made your point. Then don't attack the ref after you get a tee. I just see
some Jazz fans on Twitter. They should just shut the hell up, man. Just take your goddamn gift and shut up. You guys lost 5 in a row, and it takes you winning a game like this to beat a depleted 7-man Blazers team on the second night of a back-to-back with both games being in altitude. Seriously? Weak ass team, man. Jazz are weak, bro. The way they were celebrating after winning that game just shows me they don't have the mental makeup of a contender. That's ridiculous. After losing 5 in a row and winning a game like that, and they know they got away with one. They know. Gobert knows he goaltended that. That team is ridiculous, man. They don't have the mental makeup to do anything. They're not going to do anything. Screw the Jazz. I actually, compared to every other playoff team in the West, I probably like the Jazz more than any other team. Not tonight. They did some dirty crap tonight. Royce O'Neal did some dirty stuff. 2 noticeably dirty plays. Jordan Clarkson getting all throwing his elbow up near a guy's face like he's going to elbow him in the face. You got Ingles has always been annoying, and God, man, screw, and then the way they're celebrating after that, screw those guys, screw that team. They're not. I wish we could play them in the playoffs. I honestly think we would win in 5. That we just burnt them, blew them out, destroyed them in Portland. We just obliterated them, with all our injuries. They were finally fully healthy, and we obliterated them.
And that game was a back-to-back coming from LA where we just obliterated the Lakers too.
Second night of a back-to-back. Both times we played them, second night of a back-to-back, obliterated them. They're not a better team than us. We have given away a ton of games this year by not playing up to our talent level. Now, Dame's playing great, but we're also doing some other things better. Guys are finally starting to just play a better brand of basketball offensively, and I can get into that in a little bit, but I don't think they're a better team than us. If healthy, we would beat them in the playoffs. So I'm not trying to hear these Jazz fans talk, man. You got a Jazz fan on Twitter saying, "Oh, Portland has injuries? Well, look at this." And it was Mike Conley set to miss multiple games. I think Mike Conley missed 3 weeks or something, and they weren't even better with him. But yeah, okay. It's just the fans are those fans are ridiculous, man. It's just so stupid.
They almost got beat tonight by a team that played Caleb Swanigan 28
against
minutes
Gobert,
and Mario Hezonja 26 minutes.
The centers tonight were like
the all-star center Rudy Gobert.
Portland's out here playing Caleb Swanigan, Mario Hezonja, and Wenyen Gabriel at center, right? Gobert struggles against the Blazers because Dame brings him so far out of the paint, it kind of neutralizes defense, and Dame blows by him. Like, we're a horrible matchup for the Jazz. We are a horrible matchup for the Jazz. Their fans shouldn't be talking. We'd wipe them in the playoffs.
They were doubling Dame as soon as he went across half court, and he still scored 42.
I know, yeah, they were throwing doubles at him all game, and he's just Dame obliterated him. Wow, hey. Yeah. 42 while only shooting 3 free throws. He only shot 3 free throws, bro. Yeah. If he got Harden calls, Dame would have had 65 on them. Like, god dang.
You know what? You know what else? I mean, this is not really relevant compared to like the game, losing the game, but Dame, if they call that shot, Dame sets the record for most points ever by a Blazer in Utah as well. So they robbed him of that too. Because he tied Drexler with 42.
I mean, like, maybe we don't stop him on the last play, but that's the thing too, is there was like missed calls all game that were inexplicable. All game. There was so many missed calls that were absolutely inexplicable.
Yep.
Dame got hit in the head on a jump shot and they didn't call it. Oh, like people say, oh, Ingles blocked it though. Yeah, but you can't go through a guy's head to block the ball.
Oh no.
There was a ton of just horribly missed calls. What were you saying?
I'm
listening to Dame.
I don't want to see no report about we should have called it or none of that. Man, they cost us the game.
Can you hear it?
And they cost us a game on an easy call.
Seems like throughout the entire game, it was should be
no call, and then miss a goal thing cost us a game.
Or anything you say to the rest of the guys? I mean, is there anything can't take the sting out of it, or is it just?
Ain't no way to take the sting out of it. We can't have the game back. They cost us the game. It's a loss on our record. We in the playoff race, and we need every game that we can get, and we have that type of effort, and they missed an easy call like that. And then you want us to walk away and say nothing? It cost us the game. Of course, we're going to have something to say about it, man. That's BS.
In a season where everything is...
Good for Dame. Good for Dame.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
Tonight. It's just...
Cut the outside. no outsiders on my post-game stream. But yeah, no... Like, any NBA player should be speaking. If I was an NBA player, I'd be speaking up about it, taking that fight. You know, Dame gets paid a ton, whatever. If they find him, that just makes the NBA look softer than they already are, which they're already very soft and stupid for not holding their refs accountable.
Well, to your point, too, about the Jazz celebrating, like, every NBA player should be like, no, this is BS. We're not going to stand for this type of refereeing. What if it costs us a game too, and it costs us a seeding in the playoffs? You know how tight the West seeding has been the last few years? And, like, if that happened to the Jazz tonight and they lost, like, the home court advantage over that, that's how tight these races have been the last couple of years in the West. Like you can't have that. Like, so every person, even though they know it benefited them. Like, they should
I understand
all
if they
be
don't
like,
say anything, but don't sit there out on the court celebrating, squirting guys with bottles of water. Like, holy hell, it's hard to keep up with chat, man.
Yeah.
Just absolutely ridiculous, dude.
Daniel says it's on the front page of ESPN. We gotta look. See what it says. It's loading. Lillard insists after missed goaltending denies Blazers chance to tie. Nice.
Yep, it should be front and center. It's just ridiculous, man. See, like, I'm true Blazer fan. It's kind of been annoying me lately. Was like the thing he tweeting out and associating himself with Pinwheel Empire. Cause screw Pinwheel Empire. If you guys follow him, I don't. Like, that dude's the most toxic member of, like, the Blazers Twitter community. So don't even follow that guy. You know, I mean, but, like, I mean, you can follow that guy. Just, I wouldn't follow that guy if I were you, because he's toxic as hell. And, like, True Blazer fan associates himself with them. So, like, that's kind of annoying to me. But, like, if I'm True Blazer fan, you know, doing highlights or whatnot, yeah, he could do full game highlights, and a bunch of other channels do full game highlights. Or he can do highlights of all the missed calls. And just missed calls against Portland. And then I'd retweet that. I'd show that for you guys. I wanted to see all the missed calls, all the ridiculous refereeing, because that would go viral. So that's what he should be doing right now. But who knows? Who knows if he is? You know.
Someone sent us something on Twitter. Must be someone from chat. Bad word Jojo. Who is that in chat?
Bad word Jojo.
He sent us a thing of like a Utah guy like flexing. A Utah fan just flexing in front of his camera after winning or something.
Oh God. Oh God.
Block Boy Backland says refs admit they missed the call now. Where was that? Chief, in what interview are you talking about? The Dame interview?
This video's the cringiest thing I've ever seen. I'm trying to think of like a witty response to just quote tweet it, but I can't think of anything because it's literally that cringy.
Yeah. Chief, and it was on NBC Northwest after the game. I hadn't turned the TV off yet, so I saw Dane was talking before I turned it off. Look at her tweet, Jason. Look what Jason Hudson said.
Hudson? Jason Hudson.
Brian Scalabrine says, "Look what Jason."
So Jason Quick and Jamie Hudson
and then look at
the same
tweet.
person now.
What? Yeah, her name, Jamie. Are you talking about Jamie Hudson? Come on, man. Get it together, Scalabrine.
God, man, just absolutely ridiculous.
More from tonight's NBA referee comments. Or talked with referees tonight. No, it was not reviewable since no goaltending call was made on the floor. Goaltending is only reviewable if we actually call it, like we said. More from them. We since looked at it via post-game video review and unfortunately saw that we missed the play and a goaltending violation should have been called. Yep. F you. But that's all that'll happen. Oh, Paul, sorry, we missed it. Last 2-minute report shows that refs missed a call with 9 seconds left.
Caleb Jackson tweeted at me, said my brain cells have left the chat because I retweeted that flexing on Blazers fan. I said, you represent your fan base perfectly. Keep it up. Because that's the epitome of a Jazz fan right there, man. Actually, if he's not racist, then I guess it's not the epitome of a Jazz fan because you know how their fans get. But
Ali Soup, we do post-game shows after every Blazer game. We also have live streams usually 3 times a week.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Usually we didn't do one today because Eric's car was in the shop and I didn't get this stuff done. I was just tired. I've been kind of worn out. Tweeting a lot. Or streaming.
And we had a game.
Not worn out from. Did I say I'm worn out from tweeting a lot? I'm worn out from streaming a lot. I don't know.
Well, we streamed for like
we
8
did
hours yesterday.
Game show yesterday.
Total.
We did 5-hour trade deadline stream. So yeah, it's what's up, Dan?
What's up, Dan Third? He says #1 trending on Twitter right now.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. I'm waiting for the statement from the NBA. Nasir Little tweeted, "You got to be kidding me, but y'all want to call goaltending any other time, right? Okay." That's what Nasir Little tweeted.
Yeah, that Royce O'Neal thing should have been a flagrant
Dude just
too, and he should have been
stepped out and
ejected.
sweeped his leg through Simon's legs and just decked him and concussed him. Like, and it wasn't even a common foul.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, there's so many calls.
Yeah,
True Blazer fan needs to put out a highlight montage of missed calls. Or I guess you'd call that a low-light montage, but...
Little also tweeted a goaltend call that wasn't a goaltend. Was that from this game?
From who? What'd you say?
He said Little tweeted out a goaltend call that wasn't a goaltend. I was asking if that was from this game
Little
or a
has
different
gotten
game.
a couple calls. Little has gotten a couple goaltend calls that weren't goaltending in the past 2 weeks.
Did Zaza get suspended
I'm not sure.
for going under
I'm
Kawhi,
not
or did
sure.
they just change the rule? He's saying Nasir got called for a goaltend earlier this year that they called, and so he tweeted
There was one
that
against
too at them,
Houston
that it
that
wasn't
I
a
could
goaltend.
tell. I was there live, and I could tell it wasn't a goaltend.
Someone said the Jazz announcers reacted right away that should have been a goaltend.
Yeah, that's how
Or
you know it's
looked like
bad,
a
when the
goaltend.
announcers for the other team can see and will just say, yeah, that's a goaltend right away. Like, because the other team's announcers aren't just going to say something is like a bad call for their team unless they know that it is a bad call for their team against the other team. And if they could...
Daniel's
everybody. What were you saying? No, you got it.
Good. Daniel said under that Jamie Hudson tweet, there's a picture of an 8-second violation too on Utah that they didn't call.
Sorry, repeat that. Repeat that. I was sorry.
Awesome.
Speaking.
Under the Jamie Hudson thing about the refs, Daniel says there's a picture of someone who shows Utah still in the backcourt after the 8-second violation. They didn't get the ball over, but it wasn't called.
Yeah, I love it.
You got a super chat.
Yeah, Nas tweeted out I'll answer after this. Nas tweeted out 54 minutes ago saying this is a goaltend though, and it was a quote tweet of NBC Sports Northwest of that goaltending call against Houston that I was talking about. Yeah, ridiculous. I think Trevor Ariza was mad about Anthony Simons, about what happened to Anthony, which, you know, I'm cool with that.
Yep.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Like, you gotta be smarter when you know we're shorthanded. Like I said, get a technical, that's fine, but you can't
Shout
go
out
after him a second time.
Whom has a $5 donation saying Royce O'Neal is a whole B. I agree. Dirty player, man. He had 2 dirty plays. The one where he like pinned Carmelo's arm and then like tried to like rip it. That's what he was trying to do. It wasn't like really that obvious, but that's why Carmelo was mad. You don't do that. You can separate a guy's shoulder like that. You just don't do that. And he did it right after sweeping his leg through Simons. That dude's like, Blazer fans need to boo him next time he sets foot in the Moda Center. I don't know when we play him next, but he needs to be booed.
Yeah, we still have one game against Utah.
I wish it was like next week.
Moda this year.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, All-Star break. But yeah.
I don't think we play them till towards the end of the season because this next stretch is when we have that easy stretch, or it gets softer at least.
Yep. Twitter's popping off right now. I kind of love it.
Yeah, this one also sucks. During that 15-game stretch, we were talking about being brutal until we got to the easy stretch. We're now 8-6, but we should have had a chance to be like 9-5, and
I mean,
that would have been incredible during that stretch.
We got one
still
game
good,
left on this 8-game stretch,
but...
and what's our record? 5-2.
we're 5-3 now since we got a
like the
Reeves, I
8-game
think.
stretch against tough teams. I was talking about 4-3.
Yeah.
I mean, players are going to be pissed against. They're going to take it out on the Heat, man. They're going to take it out on the Heat. God, I still can't believe it.
Between yesterday and today, I'm so pissed.
Carmelo said, I would rather lose fair and square.
Yeah. Well, so that the 8-second call. So technically, the clock has to hit 15, not 16. So the
Yeah, but
person
he was
who
still
posted
he was still like
is
way
second
behind
off.
the line though,
He's-
and he
he's still not
obviously
across
wasn't
half court.
running. So and he obviously wasn't passing. So
Yeah.
God, man.
Unfortunately, we missed
Yeah,
it.
just so unfortunate, man. Dame's gonna take it out on Miami. The whole team's gonna be pissed against Miami. Use it as a chip on the shoulder.
See, CJ just tweeted out he said mood with the eye emojis, and it's just a picture of him staring at a ref.
I gotta see it.
That's hilarious.
God. Imagine if that was like a team that complains a lot, because usually we don't complain that much at all. Like we really don't. We let a lot of stuff go. Imagine if that was like Houston or the Clippers. You know, Paul or Doc Rivers leads that whole whining charade. Imagine if that happened against Draymond. Draymond would literally kill a ref on national
probably
TV.
would've
Would
killed
punch a
someone.
ref. Like, God, man, it's just I can't. That's so depressing.
Huh. Rudy Gobert acknowledges that after watching the replay, it was clearly a goaltend. However, he hates that the no call will detract from what the Jazz did.
Soft piece of dude struggled against Caleb Swanigan. Get the hell out of here, man. God, that's why you just say, yeah, they missed it. That's all you say. You don't say, oh, I hate that I'll detract from our win. But there's like a ton of other calls like that. That's what I mean. Their mentality is soft. They're not going to accomplish anything. I would love to go up against this team during the postseason because if healthy, one, they don't match up well with us. Dame burns them consistently. Two, they don't have the mental makeup to really get anything done in the playoffs. We would destroy this team. I am 100% confident of it. I would rather play them than anybody else that is in the playoff picture right now. I mean, other than Memphis, but we'll pass them up for the 8th seed, I think, in my opinion. So, you know, knock on wood, whatever. But
this is how bad it is. I just liked a Canzano tweet.
like, you got Thunder fans talking about how bad it was. You got multiple fans talking about how bad it was. The thing is, a lot of them probably didn't see it earlier in the game or something. I don't know. Like, just so stupid. Just so stupid. The NBA better have a statement, like more than just 2-minute report. They better have a statement, man. You can't mess up that bad and not come out and say something about it, or say we're gonna try and like find a way to not let this happen again, or something, please. My God, man.
I don't know if I might have missed you saying it, but Scalabrini had a $2 donation.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
It says pissed, but at the same time we always get screwed. Tori thanks you for the donation. Russell first round exit Westbrook $2 donation. So now that we have 7 players, who are we going to sign? Yeah. Do you want to get me ranted on that tonight too again?
That's the thing is we've been ranting the past 2 days about trade deadline, now about refs. Just dude, just so stupid, just so dumb, man.
Yep. Trent had another good game. He's playing great. Sucks he didn't hit that open one, but can't make them all right.
I mean, I get it. They're missing shots. There was a 3-on-1 down the break where Trent popped out for 3. I wish he just stayed short corner. He would have had a layup. Instead, he's like popping out the 3. It's like, gotta attack the rim, especially when we're struggling to hit shots. Like, there are some things we could have done better. You know, I mean, like, obviously, any game, there's stuff teams could do better. But all right, I want to hear Mike Conley on this last play, so I'm gonna play this.
Kyle Parker says he should donate for them not banning me and letting me rant for the last hour straight.
Here we go. Mike Conley after the game. I know. Just
can't hear anything.
Let it play.
Okay.
It's too quiet. I like Conley.
Destrom says, Thank you, Blazers Uprise, for helping me clear my mind out about a loss. I don't know what I'd do without these live streams. Yeah, thanks to all you guys for listening.
I'm gonna have to
it helps
turn
us
up
too.
the audio all the way, so don't say anything the next minute until I say something. Just because I'm gonna play this clip. So all right, I'll let you know. But I have to use your audio capture for the clip audio too. So just don't make anybody go deaf. Actually, I'm gonna do a display capture too. We'll capture the clip because his post game was kind of funny. Let's see here. Display capture. Transition. I know. Is it? Why is it muted? Weird.
We can't hear anything.
Why is it muted? Why did it mute itself? It's just too quiet. It's too quiet to play, but I liked his post game interview. Let me turn it down a little bit. All right, there you go. You're fine. Yeah, it was their audio, not mine. You guys thought it was muted, but it was playing. It was just the video file was too quiet. I turned it up all the way and everything. Yes, you're good to talk. I just said I turned.
Okay.
Your whispers are just as loud as your
I just wanted to make sure.
If you're like, if you're like 5 feet back from the mic talking normally, and then you get this close and whisper, it's gonna be the same volume. But no. So Conley was like, they asked him about that final call, and he's like, that's all I gotta say. and the announcer or the interviewers laughed, and then they asked him, would you be upset if that type of call went against you? He's like, yeah, I would. Like, okay, thank you for not being dumb about it. You know, I've always liked Conley, but you got Gobert saying, I hate that will take away from our win. Like, what you. No shit, because it was a goaltend call to tie the game in the final seconds. Like, just take your damn gift and don't. Oh, I hate. Well, how are you gonna complain? Like, he's complaining about. Oh, I hate that call for us that gifted us the game will detract from our win. That doesn't even make sense. That's such a dumb thing to say. Like, that's so stupid. That's such a stupid thing to say, man. God dang. Just ridiculous.
So Josh Christensen says, my wife is already shopping tickets to the 4-2 game versus them. April 2nd is when we play them at Moda. I'm about to rock them like I did Harden last year. Nice. Yeah, we need to yell at that punk Royce O'Neal. I hope he's healthy to play in that game.
God. Just absolutely pathetic, man. I hate that just... I'm just reading chat right now. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Oh, Clays says, Tori Eric, we play the Jazz on April 2nd when I'm in town. Let's go to the game. Okay. I'm buying. Let's go.
I'm down. Let's do it.
I don't mind paying for my ticket too if you.
I might be too broke.
Yeah, I'd be super down to go. Let's all go. Blazers Uprise night. versus the
We're gonna start
Jazz. We're gonna
F Royce O'Neal chant.
Oh yeah, Block Boy says our first game against Utah. Remember that was that game we came back from way down in the fourth quarter with like Simons. Simons had a huge fourth quarter. The last 2-minute report said they missed a foul on Melo at the end too. He had that foul to tie it at the end, or the three to tie it at the end. Yep. But yeah,
I mean, they should protest this game. You can't miss that. I don't know, and it's probably not going to happen. But we play the Jazz again on the 2nd. Protest the game, and then I think that's how they do it. Where you would, before the game on the 2nd, we'd play the final 9 seconds of that game, and
it would have to be in Utah though.
I mean, why? It's only 9 seconds. They would
never do it. Nah. I mean, they would never do it. Anyway,
they would maybe, honestly,
they
would maybe do it like the right before the start of like right at the end of the All-Star break. Like, what would happen if the protest like was won? They would play the last part of that game in Utah, like the 20th. Like we play the 21st. That's our first game of the All-Star break. So maybe they do it the 20th.
There'd be like 9 seconds left, and it would be
that'd be weird. Like, would fans show up for that? Like, what would happen? It's happened before.
I'm guessing they'd play it without fans.
So then why would it need to be played in Utah? You know what I mean?
Because it has to be played at the same venue, I think. But yeah, they're not going to change it over a ref's missed call. Destrom's asking what a 2-minute report is. So the NBA a few years ago decided they wanted to be transparent. So if a game is within 5 points, they come out with the last 2-minute report on the game, in which they go through every play and announce whether they got calls correctly or missed calls. So the 2-minute report will come out for this game, and they'll say goaltending missed on Rudy Gobert with 9 seconds left, and that's all it'll say.
I wish they would put it out for the entire game, because there's a lot of different fouls. That's the thing. It's not just that call, and everybody's just focused on that call, but it's not just that call. It was the entire goddamn game. I was tweeting it out before that call.
Not sure how long Ant's going to be out. Concussions, it can be anywhere from a couple days to like weeks. I mean, but yeah, hopefully he's okay. And it wasn't, to be honest. Yeah, they'll probably just sit him out, but we don't have much.
I mean, we'll get Ariza back. We'll get Whiteside back,
right
you
now.
know, and Swanigan has been okay-ish, I guess. Like, he's struggled, you know, he gave up 2 layups in the last minute and a half, but he's playing with more energy than I've seen from him before, and that's, you know, losing weight. He just looks a little bit more quick. You know, he's still not fast, but he's quicker than he was, and he is just more energetic, and that's the thing. Like, a player like him, he has to be like an energetic big, you know, undersized, like not super athletic. He has to bring like energy, hustle, and when he was as out of shape as he was, like he couldn't do that, so he was really, really bad. But now he's, you know, looks like he's in better shape. Still could get into even better shape, you know what I mean? But like he's lost 30 pounds, like he looks better, and so now he's able to play with more energy, and he has some good energy plays. Had a couple good defensive plays, I thought, too, stripping Gobert, and kind of he's actually took the charge. Like, he's active with his hands. He takes charges. Like, I just wish he hit that final 3 so that just to
we still had a chance. Yeah. And shout out to M Satolo for Tori.
I can think
$2 donation. What is the point of?
I don't know, man. Shout out, thank you for the donation, but yeah, I don't. You know, like they need to make it more. What's the word? Like common sense. Like I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Like,
you know what I don't get? You know how they have the center in Secaucus, New Jersey, that is like they're watching all the games, and that's where they go to when there's a review, right? And the NFL now has this too, where they have the same setup where when it goes to review, there's like NFL headquarters are reviewing it too, you know? So like, why can't there be a situation where for like the good of these games, like in the Saints Rams game last year, like the referee gets buzzed and be like, dude, I don't care, review this play. Like, you missed that one, review it. And then we wouldn't have these issues. Like, it could only be like in the last 2 minutes of the game or something to make it fair. But like, all it would have taken was a buzz being like, you guys missed that, go review it right now. I don't care what the rule says. Like, just make it right so we don't have anything complained. It was egregious. Like, it should just be like the good of the game.
You know what I mean? Like, have more common sense with it. Like, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Block Boy, you keep spamming the same thing over and over, but I've already talked about that post. I read it off, so like I don't know why you keep posting it.
Yeah.
He keeps posting that Melo got fouled on that 3, but
yeah, you did answer that. Who's saying Whiteside's a bum? Whiteside's not a bum. He was hurt. Acting like he didn't want to play. R.I.P. Blazers. So that bum Whiteside that we want to keep so bad couldn't even play tonight. Yeah, he had something with his leg. He was hurt. So he's not just going to sit out of a game for the hell of it. I'm going to have some fun by sitting out of the game tonight.
Can I please clarify something too? Once again, Tori and I like Whiteside. We think he's a good player. It has nothing to do with him. Like I got so many like messages today being like, dude, you're a Whiteside hater. Like you don't understand. He's a good center and stuff like that.
People out there.
It's a contract situation. It had nothing to do with Whiteside.
Like people just need to understand the context on what they're speaking on. You know, people come at you saying that and they don't understand the context of why you wanted to move him. Because I've literally said, disclaim this all year on Twitter, on here. Wanting to trade Whiteside is not based on the player he is. I said that before the season. I think it'll be the right move to trade Whiteside at the trade deadline, even if he's playing amazing. Like no matter how he's playing, it'll be the right move. So if I want to trade him, since I want to trade him, it's not saying he's a bad player because he's been good for us this year. He's been a good player. But just in terms of our roster construction, flexibility, stuff that the people hating on you for wanting to trade Whiteside probably don't understand or comprehend in the slightest. For those reasons, that's why I want to move Whiteside, not because of the player.
Yeah. And now he's on the team. It's past the trade deadline. We're supporting him. I'm rooting for the players that are on the team. That's what else I got. Like, oh, you just hate the Blazers. You're not a true fan. Blah blah blah.
Stuff like
bro,
that. How are you getting all that stuff?
I don't know. Because I had some angry tweets yesterday.
Yeah,
some very angry tweets. But
that's what I hated with True Blazer Fan tweeting out. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw my response to True Blazer Fan, and that's like the guy I used to work with. Like I met him personally multiple times, but maybe I can read it off. But like just people like calling out fans saying they need to be better and be more positive and don't be so, like, I don't know. Let people think what they want to think. Shoot, I don't go after people that are being super passive. Like, I don't sit here and insult people and say, oh, these idiots don't know what they're talking about because they want to keep Whiteside. But, like, yet people who wanted to keep Whiteside are sitting here, oh, these fans pissing and moaning and blah, blah, blah. Just, like, quit talking bad on fans. Let them think what they want to think. Like, that's the problem with these big Twitter pages. And I'll just look it up right now. I'm in a ranting mood. I've been in a ranting mood the past couple days, so screw it. I'm going to bring this up because this annoyed me. This really annoyed me. Hold on, let me find it. Give me 30 seconds. But like, this is just back to. I haven't really talked about Twitter lately though, so I mean, it's overdue. But after yesterday, after what happened yesterday, there was a tweet from True Blazer Fan. Let me find it. And this is a guy who's always about like, let's be positive towards the team and let's be positive to everybody. Like let's not be negative. Let's be positive. Which, like, fine if that's like your attitude. Okay, cool. Like, I respect that. Like, stick to it, right? But no, he tweets this out. He's like, glass half full. That's my motto. Look for the positive in everything. Maybe that's why I can't stand the complainers on this app. How many people have been pissing and moaning all day? Lots. Whiteside's an amazing player, and I'm glad to have him. Go Blazers. It's like if glass half full and like being positive is your motto, how are you going to sit here and complain about people complaining and sit here and talk about people pissing and moaning? Like that doesn't seem like what you try and preach. You preach positivity. Look for the positive in everything, right? That's what he said in that tweet. But then how many people have been pissing and moaning? That's why I can't stand complainers. But that's on par. That's on par with like the guy he associates himself with Pinwheel Empire. I just like that annoyed the hell out of me. And I know this guy. Like I used to post on his channel, I mean, like we used to work together. But like I called it out because I'm tired of seeing stuff like that. And I'm the one who's going to speak up for people that are getting shit on by these bigger accounts. You know what I mean? Like and people want to act like I'm the bad guy for that, these bigger accounts, but they're the ones always calling out fans, talking shit about fans. I don't do that. Like, I feel like in terms of like embracing the entire fan base, I do that more than all these big accounts who will sit there and say like part of the fan base is stupid, part of the fan base is pissing and moaning and they can't stand them, that type of stuff, all this negativity. I embrace the entire fan base no matter what opinions they have more than any other person that covers the team, because you got media guys that throw out insults, donkey, clown, morons, they're insane for thinking Stotts isn't a great coach, that type of stuff. All these media guys do that. All these big Twitter accounts do that. So yeah, so I'm ranting on social media, but it annoys me. It pisses me off. And then what it does is it brings people that you were dealing with out of the woodwork who go and send you messages like, yeah, no, what the hell are you talking about? It's just stupid.
Bro, I got so mad at this one guy.
Just start screenshotting it and tweeting it.
I know, I'm going to do that. By the way, Under Armour Gamer just sent me a message saying he was going to expose you. I don't know what that means.
What the hell? What the
I
hell?
don't even know what that means.
That dude has literally been... Okay. I'd like to see what he's going to expose me on. Let's see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Like, what did you do?
I don't know. You tweeted in a really mean way to somebody 3 years ago. It's probably going to be something like that, to be honest. Like, whatever.
So, I had that tweet yesterday that said, Blazers just told Dame, F your prime. We just saved it $1.8 million. That's hard to stomach as a fan that the organization doesn't extend the same loyalty back to Dame that he shows the team in the city. So I had this guy respond, Scal wasn't playing the rest of the year and Nurk and Collins are back soon. Shake my head. I said, so what's your point? We've had an open roster spot since Hood went down. Why didn't we sign someone who wasn't injured then? The reason is it would have cost money, and that's all the team cares about right now. And he said, once again, Scal isn't playing the rest of the year. He's a restricted free agent. We don't have the money to sign him anyway. Plus, we don't need to because we have Nurk and Collins coming back, so there's no viable reason to keep him. Come on, man. Dame knows that he's not triggered. Once again, I wasn't talking about just Scal. I was talking about the fact that we haven't been willing to cover the injuries all season. Like, we could have signed another big when Collins went down. We had a roster spot.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. So this is just further down. This was all yesterday. If you're correlating letting Scal go, who wasn't going to play the rest of the season, with not wanting to win a title with Dame, I don't know what to tell you, man. And he said, again, I don't understand what this has to do with letting Scal go. And I said, for me, not signing a big to a vet minimum or a 10-day contract when we had 2 roster spots available, then trading Scal and having Olshey say they will not, under any circumstances, sign someone to that spot is frustrating. And this is the point I thought about this after our stream last night. This is the equivalent of last year saying, you know what? We're in the tax, so we can't sign Enes Kanter. Sorry, we're not even going to look at it. Can you imagine that team last year without Enes Kanter? What's Nurk with? Yeah. So all these guys would have been fired instead of getting their freaking extensions and promotions and crap. Yeah. And I know, that was like maybe a once-in-a-generation type move where you pick out a buyout guy who actually wants to come here and like it works out perfectly, and then we get an injury and we're like, thank God we have that guy, right? But like still, like they're not even willing to explore that opportunity. A guy like Marvin Williams comes up available today. I know he signed with the Bucks, but like we're not even like gonna give him a call to see if he's interested. Like not a lot of there's a lot of contending teams that people are saying like, well, why wouldn't he sign with contenders? Most of them have full rosters. They'd have to waive someone. They're not. It's not that easy. Like LA, if they sign Collison, they have to waive someone. The Clippers have a few open spots, but they just traded for Marcus Morris. They have Paul George. They have Kawhi Leonard. They don't need a wing as bad as other positions, so they're not going to waste their roster spot on that. I just wish like we didn't close the door on that. You know, like what if we picked up someone that helped us as much as Cantor or Hood did last year, and that helps us upset a team, and all it has to do. We make at least $2 million on every home game we play in the postseason. So if it's the difference between making the postseason or not, that's $4 million. So your $1 million you have to pay to get that guy into the tax more, that offsets it by getting 2 home games. If the series goes to 6 games, even if you lose it, that means an extra home game. So that's another $2 million you would have gotten that you wouldn't have had if you didn't sign that player. Like if we didn't have Cantor last year, we'd probably get swept in the first round. We wouldn't have had home court advantage either. And it's just frustrating that we're not even willing to explore that route.
Yeah.
And then I got this guy, like I normally don't get like this, but so I mentioned that could be the equivalent of not having Cantor last year. The fact that Dame's in his prime and they're unwilling to use that spot just because it would cost like $1 to $2 million to potentially add depth to this roster and take some pressure off is ludicrous to me. And he says, but we are getting Cantor this year. And then he says, we have Nurk come back. That's better than getting Cantor. And then so I said, gee, sure would be nice to have a vet like Marvin Williams. And he said he's the same age as Ariza. And I said, it seems like you're having trouble following along. And he said, sorry, man, it's tough to follow your strategy. Sounds more like a fantasy basketball. Trying real hard, though.
I don't know.
What did I say?
Have people that literally don't know what they're talking about,
to...
trying to talk to someone who has literally like corrected cap experts on multiple occasions, and the cap experts have admitted that you're right about the salary cap where they've been wrong, and they're cap experts. You know what I mean? You got me pointing out stuff that nobody's pointing out until Woj tweets it out in regards to Gallinari trade and removing pick protections, that type of stuff. So like, we don't even need to give them too much attention, but it's rant time right now, so we go.
Get this. I said, no, you're just trying way too hard to avoid the fact that this team cares more about saving $2 million than giving Dame the best chance to win. I've been pretty clear. I just want them to do whatever it takes. Because it's not like if we would have gotten under the tax and we had that spot available and we're so close to going back into the tax that we couldn't sign someone, fine. Totally cool with that. At least you executed a plan and that made it work, and there's a reason why you're not signing someone. But this is literally to save $1 million. You're not going to give Dame the best chance to win this season. That's all it is. And so I've been very clear about that they just don't have any direction and they just want to save money, right? So then I get this tweet. For the 8 seed, you want to be a repeat tax offender by signing Marvin Williams or Trey Burke so we are penalized in the future? Makes sense. You must be a fantasy podcaster or self-proclaimed capologist, LOL. I responded, wait, you're serious, right? Do you understand that? He's saying if we sign someone on the buyout market, it would trigger the repeat tax offender.
It's not a thing.
I said, wait, you're serious, right? We didn't clear the luxury tax line. Signing someone or trading Scal or any of that doesn't change the fact, right? Your whole argument is invalid because you don't seem to understand this. And then he responds back, bro, you know that we have until June 30th to get below the tax line, right? Do you seriously know anything about the NBA salary cap?
That's so wrong. What the? Is he trolling?
I know. Like, dude. Okay, so just... Okay, for chat, I don't mind if you don't understand the rules. Like, it's really confusing. Like, it's cool, but don't tell me I'm effing wrong. Like, screw you, dude. So I just, like, I lost it on this dude. I was like, wrong again, dude. Just stop talking until you know what you're talking about. The tax is calculated on the last day of the regular season. Meaning, for everyone in chat, now that we've passed the trade deadline, there is no way you can get below the tax line if you're above it. There's no way. You can add tax to it by signing players, but there's no way out of it at this point. So we are a taxpayer team. There is nothing we can do about it from this point forward. So so I said that you can only go further over. You can't get under it. Making trades at the draft does not affect that tax situation. And he responds back, haha, it's amazing how much of a Blazer hater you are. Meanwhile, we're playing the best basketball of the year. Sad. Like, what does that have to do with your point that you're wrong about the cap, right?
It's so stupid. Guys, we deal with this type of stuff a lot because we're not scared to say what we think, you know what I mean? So you get just morons like this, you know, and I'm not saying he's a moron for his opinion, whatever. He's a moron for the way he's talking to you. Like, God, like, it's so stupid.
And so then he says, OMG, you literally know nothing about the NBA. Shake my head. Good luck, though. Thumbs up emoji. Yeah, do you guys all want to clown him? He's at Downtown Golf on Twitter. Matt J. Brown, PGA. He works for like a golf course. Yeah, if you guys want to clown him, go ahead.
Don't go out and say anything too bad or anything. You know what I mean? Like, but like, you got, I don't know. But so, I just,
I said I love the Blazers and I'm rooting my ass off for this team. How am I a hater because I don't want them to improve the team? That makes no sense. I'm literally trying to come up with ways to improve the team and they don't want to. How am I hating? And then I said, funny that you obviously realized that you were wrong and had to resort to changing the subject. I'm not going to let this go until you apologize. And then I posted the direct quote from the CBA that says, when determining the amount of a tax a team owes, the league uses its team salary, see question number 13, on the date of its last regular season game. This is directly from the effing CBA. You'll probably say the official NBA CBA is wrong, though. Ha ha ha, dude, you don't get it. You were talking about the 2021 season about going over the cap and the Blazers can get below the luxury tax for next season by waiving Ariza. Oh my God, dude, what are you talking about?
It actually is on Twitter, so if you guys want to see it, okay, yeah. But yeah.
What does the luxury tax have to do with waiving Ariza? We're not anywhere near the luxury tax right now next season. Like, that has nothing to do with it. And even if you were confused and thinking about the 2021 season, we're still not in the luxury tax. So I said, you're so confused, you don't even know what you're arguing. Your own words were that signing Marvin or Trey puts us in the repeater tax. It doesn't. We are already in the tax. Make some effing sense if you're going to post like an absolute moron. And I usually don't call people names, but this guy was being freaking ridiculous. Kind of like I called someone an idiot in chat earlier, but that was because he was a Utah fan saying we need to trade Dame and basically rubbing it in that they won. And he said, again, why would you want to spend more money to take minutes away from Simons and Trent and the 8 seed? Makes 0 sense. Zero. Like, there you go again, changing the subject and putting words into my mouth that I never said. Where did I ever say that I want to sign someone to take minutes away from Simons or Trent just to make the 8 seed? Like, that's not what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Twitter if you guys want to go. But yeah, I mean, you got a lot of idiots out here that.
So, and then he says, I said, currently the Blazers are nowhere near the tax line in 2021. Keeping Ariza or waiving him doesn't change that one bit. So even if you were talking about the season, you're still wrong. You can't make this up. He said, wow, seriously? Don't even understand how cap holds work. Like, how can you claim to be a capologist?
How long is this conversation?
You haven't said one correct thing.
I mean, are you going to read the whole thing?
Time.
I mean, like, you can tweet it out. Yeah, I mean, like, no, okay, I get it. You can deal with idiots like this, and could just put the link in the chat if you want to go read it. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I didn't realize that was such a long conversation. It was kind of hard to keep up. I kept asking him, like, a bunch of things that were said here.
Well, I kept asking him like what I was wrong on it, and he kept saying, "Oh, you maybe got 50% right at best. Do you get paid to be a capologist?"
I mean, you don't have to. People know you know what you're talking about. You don't have to like defend yourself too hard against people like that. On stream. I mean, you just have a lot of people out here that think they know what they're talking about and they don't. Meanwhile, you have people like us who actually do our research, who actually like research the game, who actually. Put in the work to know what they're talking about, and then have to deal with these idiots on Twitter that will come out and call us names and try and talk trash while getting stuff like that wrong. Very basic CBA stuff that they don't even understand, but they'll try and put you down because they are so certain they're right when they're not. It's just ridiculous.
I tried to. I told him, bet me then. I'll bet you. I said 12 rounds of golf. If you can prove one thing I've said in this conversation is wrong, I will pay a round of golf for a month for a year for you. And so like put your money where your mouth is, and he kept changing the subject.
Got locked rules, and that's these are the type of people that Pinwheel Empire and those types of accounts pander to. You know what I mean? So I saw somebody say a while ago in chat. I think it might have been Kyle. We got multiple Kyles in here, but I think it was one of them. Said. One day Blazers Uprise will be on top and it'll change. Yeah, that's the goal. In 5 years from now, I hope we're bigger than Pinwheel Empire and we have a more of a following and we can help educate the fan base. Obviously a lot more than Pinwheel Empire does, but still let them have their own opinions, but like encourage conversation and just be better for the community than they are. That's the goal. Like we're passionate and we don't really hold back on what we say, but we're still not like. We still don't go out of our way to call people out. Normally, whenever we're calling somebody out, it's in response to like something they said directly towards us or them like shitting on the fan base or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like more of a defensive thing. Like, and meanwhile they go out of their way to shit on the fan base, talk crap about Dwight James, talk crap about like a bunch of different people, call people donkeys on air for thinking that Stotts isn't a god. Like, it's just it's annoying, man. It's annoying, and it's what we have to deal with a lot, and yeah, it's just frustrating.
See, I wouldn't care if he like disagreed with what I was saying, like if he didn't think we should sign someone. But like when you try to tell me that I'm wrong factually about the CBA, then I get mad, and then he just kept at it, and so F Donovan Mitchell too.
Yeah. Donovan Mitchell said, I don't see why a guy like Gary Trent should come in and think he can just punk us. We're not a team that you can come in and just talk trash to. We're not just going to back down. That's what we kind of lacked the past few games, just toughness. Like, bro, how are you saying this after a game like that, idiot? God, that team's so soft mentally. Like, God, dude, I don't like the Jazz anymore. I lost respect for Mitchell for saying that. Like, it's just soft.
Oh, Scalabrini sent it to us too.
Yeah.
I gotta get proper credit. We got lots of people sending us stuff. Someone said to check Dame's Twitter. I'm gonna go there real quick. 3 tweets in the last hour. Let's see. I'm gonna go down.
Somebody tweeted, "Bro, you're finna get fined big," and Dame quoted it and said, "Plenty money." Dame quoted what Donovan Mitchell said and said, "Man, stop, ... And then he quoted the NBA refs acknowledged him as the goaltending Rudy committed on Lillard's shot, and Dame quoted it and said, "We don't want to hear this punk ass shit."
Nice. That's my boy. I love Dame.
Yeah, I mean...
Check this out. B-Ball Breakdown sent this. So they said it was a goal. They posted the video and said it was a goaltend, right? And then they posted a new tweet and said, "Correction, this is a foul and a goaltend. So he should have gone to frickin' and one, and we would have been up one."
Yeah.
That is a foul. Look at that crap.
Like that all game. Dame got hammered all game.
They'll get no solace from the L2M report from our last 2-minute report. So Dame retweeted that.
The only thing is like the angle. I don't know. I mean, like, from the TV view, the angle looked as if, like, he might have, like, tried to finger roll it straight into the hoop, like, just because it hit the backboard while it was kind of coming out of his hands. So on the TV, it almost looks like it didn't even hit backboard. I mean, maybe none of them just had a good angle, but it's still inexcusable. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's probably what they thought in saying that, oh, it wasn't close, because they probably thought it didn't hit the backboard, and I think it was still going up when it got hit, but once it hits the backboard, you can't touch it. Once it hits the backboard, it's not a goaltend, and it was far off the backboard. And the thing is, somebody should have been along the baseline to see that it hit the backboard. The side view is, like, I don't know. Like, refs, you can't miss that. And they missed calls all game, so I'm not trying to make any excuses for them. That's like, I'm just trying to say, like, that's the only way they could think it wasn't close and honestly think that. But, like, that's still a pathetic job. That's still a horrible missed call. That's still a pathetic. The whole game was pathetically refereed. I'm not trying to make excuses for them. I'm just trying to, like, understand why they think it wasn't even close.
Well, Dame also retweeted this. Some person said, this game, Portland versus Utah, is exactly why at NBA ratings are down. This was a nationally televised game, and NBA officials made a mockery of the Trailblazers and Dame Lillard throughout the whole game. I'm starting a nationwide protest of the NBA through my company. Dame retweeted. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how much Dame's going to get fined for, like, the Twitter stuff and the... Dame's the type to, like, not say anything and, like, hold his tongue until something this ridiculous happens and then just absolutely go off. Like, go off like this. And I'm here for it. I love it. Dame's mad, though. I like that Dame's mad, because Donovan Mitchell should get booed. That whole team should get booed when they play here again. I wish they played her next week. God, man. Imagine if the All-Star game was in Portland. Those guys would get booed.
Oh, you forgot the quotes.
All-Stars. God.
Sure haven't been playing like All-Stars.
Team's whack. So I'm looking at a... The last time there was a protest that won was because the official score ruled incorrectly that Shaq fouled out in 2008.
Yep. Yeah, they gave him a 6 foul when he only had 5. And see, that was a scoring error, not a referee missed call. I mean, we've had this happen. Like I said, there was the Markieff Morris, I think it was 2 years ago, where he stepped on the line while he's hitting a game-winning 3, and they didn't call it. So frustrating.
I'm trying to see, like, the details of them replaying that. I don't know. I mean, like, they're not going to win a protest. It's just so stupid, man. That would have been such an amazing win to get. Yep. Donovan Mitchell said, I said what I said. In response to Dame saying, man, stop.
Nice. We're going to have some NBA beef. I love it. Love it. I like like kind of players not liking each other. Like, screw Utah. We don't want to be friends.
You shot 30% against a second-year bench player in a 7-man roster just to get bailed out by the refs. Was one of the comments there.
I wish Dame said that.
I wish. Dame just needs to literally just let loose. What?
Gordon Lowe on Twitter said, first words of your profile, Donovan, meaning Donovan, be humble. LOL, you cried your rookie year talking about being a true rookie. You haven't done S in the league.
God, I hate that team now. Their whole
Go lose in the
response to that
first
was
round again.
ridiculous. They played dirty. Like they're just soft ass team, man. I'm glad that's not our leader, bro. Dame would never say that after a game like
Dame
tonight.
wouldn't
Like
say
have
that,
some self-awareness.
Yeah.
God.
I love that someone tweeted that GIF that says, so you decided to tweet this. Here's why you shouldn't have.
You playing with fire? Like, there's a bunch of people.
The popcorn stuff.
Dame's a boxer. Dame's a rapper. Like, Donovan Mitchell, what is he? He's a basketball player, and Dame's a better one than him by far. Like, this man needs to...
I love that Gary Trent got in his head, too.
Gary Trent got in his head. I'm going to tweet about that. And if, like, Donovan Mitchell responded to me, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to hold back. I'd let him know. I don't care. I don't care if he's an NBA player. I don't care who you are. You're a person. Like, I'll continue to troll him. A lot of people will, like, say something bad, say something in response to Donovan Mitchell, and then he'll, or a guy like that, and then they'll respond, and then they'll kind of, the guy who said something bad, the fan will kind of, like, back off, like, well, man, I like your game, blah, blah, blah. Hell no. Hell no.
Even with the post-game shots, Mitchell is hitting at a lower percentage than Trent. Nice.
Let me look at the box score. So Trent had 16 on 6 for 13 shooting with 4 rebounds, 4 steals as well. Donovan Mitchell 6 for 16, 16 points. Yeah.
You said Trent went in on Twitter too. I don't. Nasir says, "Bro, I'm disgusted."
Just now, we got Twitter popping off.
Yeah.
Shoot, should I put a display capture of the Twitter up? Screw it, why not?
I don't know.
Like, put my Twitter profile up, like, on the side of my screen while I go through this. Screw it, why not? I'm gonna do it.
Trent says, "It's the truth. I feel like I'm a dog on the court. Off the court, I'm nice, I'm lovable, I joke around, but in between the lines, it's go time." Yeah, why do you have a problem with that? That just proves how soft Donovan Mitchell is.
Like that, man. I'm surprised, honestly. Okay, I just gotta make sure I get this in the right place.
The Ringer just posted that was one of the top 5 most obvious goaltends in basketball history.
Just absolutely despicable.
Yeah, I remember when, you don't remember this, but back in the day, there used to be some serious beef between Utah and Portland. Brian Grant fighting with Karl Malone. Love that stuff.
There we go. We got the Twitter on the screen for y'all. Because I've just been scrolling on Twitter, so...
So, Worldwide Wob, he'll get some traction on this. So, replay scenarios. 1, auto review, out of bounds. 2 reviewable goaltending calls, 3 not reviewable, can't challenge a no call. To initiate a challenge, you not only must possess a timeout, but there needs to be a reviewable call made. That's the biggest problem here. Too many ifs. If these type of finishes like Utah-Portland continue to happen, it wouldn't surprise me to see coaches pass on drawing up plays in final play scenarios and keep a timeout in pocket for a challenge. It's a bad strategy, honestly, with little chance of success, but it's a conversation now. Yep. But like even if they had a timeout, they still couldn't review it. And it's in the last 2 minutes. It shouldn't have to be a coach's challenge in the last 2 minutes.
Can't believe you said that, man. You got go crazy. You hate how that call will take away from our win. Like, it's just so stupid. I like the little. I like that we got some young guys with the chip on their shoulder that don't back down. That's the type of young guys you need that like buy into a culture and work their ass off. You know what I mean? Gary Trent Jr. has made a huge jump this year. And like you can tell he's worked really hard on his game. Like I'm a fan of these guys. Okay, you got this idiot.
Who? No, Stephen Harris.
In a sec.
You're not talking about the guy in chat?
No, that's the guy in chat saying.
Stephen Harris, y'all acting like Portland would have won this game if that call was made. Even if it was made, Portland would have lost an OT. They were really drained coming.
It's not just that call, man. It was literally a kicked ball. It was Simons getting undercut and concussed by Royce O'Neal sweeping his leg through him, and that was a non-call. There was multiple calls all game long that went in Utah's favor. How does Damian Lillard only shoot 3 free throws tonight? Like, you're a Jazz fan, so you're going to try and, like, defend your team when they got gifted a win. It's the truth. Just take your win and don't say anything. Like, you guys got gifted a win when you shouldn't have been needed to be gifted a win because you're going against a Portland team on the second night of a back-to-back at altitude with only 7 players down the stretch. You guys have lost 5 in a row. Your guys are mentally weak, mentally soft by the way they're reacting to this post-game show. So I just advise you to shut up and don't say anything about this game because you guys got gifted a win. Just be happy that you got gifted a win and take it and run.
And my question to him, if you're still in here, man, Stephen Harris, the Blazers were on a back-to-back. They retired. The refs, pumped up their butt, completely effed them over. And you still needed a non-goaltending call to win at the end of the game, yet you're so confident that you would have won in overtime? Like, really? Like, you guys couldn't beat us by more than a missed call at the end to set, like, why would that game even be close to going into overtime if you guys were so good and we're going to definitely win tonight?
I should have had this Twitter thing up the whole time so you guys can see what I'm doing on here because I'm on Twitter. That could be your entertainment too.
Oh man, you should have tagged both Gary and Dame in that. Do it on the reply.
Gary and Donovan.
So yeah. Oh, I guess Gary Trent's already on there because it's like on his, but still do it anyway. Yeah, we had Caleb Swanigan was our only center tonight, and he shut down Rudy Gobert. Like, Jazz fans, give me a break. Stephen Harris has unsubscribed. Nice. It's cool if you're a Jazz fan, you want to come in here, but
he's unsubscribed because I told him the truth. Like, literally take this win and run. Like, I don't understand why Jazz fans are out here complaining and out here. You got Jazz players out here complaining about, I hate how this win will make, or I hate how that call will take away from our win, and I hate how, like, just shut up and take you got gifted a call. You got gifted multiple calls. Like, just take your win and be happy. Like, why do they have to, like, talk trash, flex on Twitter? Like, why do they have to do all this when they got gifted a game that they should have won by 20 given the state of our team? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's just it's soft. It doesn't make sense to me. So like just learn. I don't know. Learn from that. I'm giving you advice. Just take the win and run because you guys got a gift.
Yeah, and production says ask how many rings the Jazz have.
Yeah. Talk about rings, like one of the only teams, but yeah, they've never won anything.
So everyone who's saying like the game was
I thought
rigged
this guy
and the
said
refs
that
had money on the
Donovan
game.
dogged him all night. Yeah, I misread that. My bad to that guy. Hopefully he's in here because I literally thought he said Donovan dogged him.
Just say you were calling Donovan a clown, not him. But the spread on this game was the Jazz were favored by 10 points. So like even if the refs bet on the money line, they would have had to bet like $1,000 just to win $100, and no one would do that to rig a game like that. You rig a game like to cover the spread or to make money off of not risking a lot of money. So like it wouldn't have been a case of the refs rigging the game to
I might get the
to win money,
that,
but
because that's a YouTube clip, I think. But yeah, amazing how many players and ex-players have weighed in on that call tonight. It's because they're so sick of seeing it every game in their game and others. Yep.
Post-game show has turned us into watching Tori and Eric on Twitter. That's funny. But yeah, it's just a special occasion because Twitter's gone crazy with all this. Kendrick Perkins just tweeted that those refs should be fined and not allowed to work in the playoffs.
Stephen A. Smith tweeted something.
What'd he say?
That was some BS right there. This Trailblazers versus Utah Jazz game, that last play by Dame Lillard was a clear goaltending. How the hell are you an official and you missed that call? Lillard was absolutely right to be pissed. Horrible miss. I'm just going to retweet that. Let me find Kendrick. Real talk, yeah. I mean, and the whole Twitter is going off, dude, about a Blazers Jazz game. Could you imagine if that happened in like a Lakers game? Like ESPN would be talking about the whole next day.
Luca said how you missed that. Says Christopher Galloway.
Oh, my bad, Jimmy Dean Breakfast. My bad, dude. He's like, I was a bit confused at first, but I think I knew what you meant watching the live stream too. My bad. I thought you were saying, I don't know. And I've seen him. I know he's a Blazer fan too, but like I didn't really pay enough attention to like, you know, the name and the picture because I'm going through Twitter fast here. Yeah, I literally thought you meant that Donovan Cloud Gary Trent Jr. So my bad, man. That's why I cleared that up. But like I didn't, you know, because if there's a Jazz fan saying Donovan Mitchell clown Gary Trent Jr., they're a clown. But yeah, no. So Donovan Mitchell's the clown there, though. Alright, so I think Twitter might finally start dying down because Dame's probably off. They're probably getting on the plane. They're probably sitting there like, F Donovan Mitchell.
They got Wi-Fi on the plane.
Of course they do. It's 2020. What am I talking about? Danny Meringue has a solid point. Wouldn't be surprised if there's an uptick over a couple games where Dame saw a few more free throws because of the attention this will be given. So maybe that could be a positive, I guess. Yeah.
Still rather have the win. And we're playing a bad Miami team at home, and then a bad road Miami team.
Find it. NBA standing.
But then we have two big games against New Orleans and Memphis that we need to win.
Is 12-14 on the road. They won't have Myers. Who knows if they have Iguodala by then? I mean, yeah, that's a game we need to go out there and get. Look at these home records: 23-2, 23-3, 23-5, 24-3. Then Toronto. God, man, it's just despicable. Just a joke, absolute joke. Just so frustrating that game had to end like that, man.
Yep. Blazer Tag says how to make a fan base forget about the trade deadline in one night.
Yeah,
the
they're
refs.
covering Olshay's ass.
Olshay's let us send them a Christmas card now. You guys got the refs got on the list.
Ridiculous, man. Another great game by Dame, though. 42 points, hit some insane threes. Kind of went on a little bit of a slump there because he was tired, but then the energy picked up late.
Yeah.
Dame's just, I love Dame as a competitor, man. Dame's such a big competitor.
R.I.P. Blazers. Whiteside didn't play because he has a leg contusion. Doesn't sound serious, but they're being super cautious right now. Second night of a back-to-back when you play big minutes. The night before, I guess it's been bothering him for like a couple weeks now.
So I'm gonna do the math here on Dame's scoring average.
It's weird how Dame, like tonight, he missed a couple of wide open threes, but he makes these like
it's unreal.
Falling forward, like two guys
Dame's
double
scoring
teaming
average
him.
is back up past 29.8 points per game, a little bit past that. His assists per game, how many assists did he have? His assists per game were 8 before this game, so I want to see him get to 30 and 8.
He only had
So
6
probably
tonight.
down to 7.9.
42, 6, and 6.
Tori has forgotten that I am the real I'm Bringing Chili. Bro, is your name still I'm Bringing Chili, or did you switch it? Let me know in chat. I'm going to take this display off. Shout out Ole Jakob Hav for 20 Norwegian Crony donation. Appreciate it, man.
Says check
Luka
Luka.
Doncic's Twitter. Okay, I'll put that back up. Has Under Armour Gamer exposed me yet? He literally
I don't know.
insults everybody that I've ever seen him interact with. I had to block him for that. Should be able to challenge that. How do you miss that call? Yeah, a lot of NBA players talking about it. I need studio mode off. No, I need the webcam.
Make sure you use promo code Blazers Uprise, Eric
Yep.
Blazer.
Checking SeatGeek right now for tickets to the Jazz game on April 2nd. Sounds good. Nope. If you can find a better deal elsewhere, just do that, though. I mean, like, if you're offering me a ticket, because you might be able to find something better on StubHub, even, like, without the discount. Because fees are a little bit more on SeatGeek, and when you're buying 3 tickets, it's, like, since the fees are a little bit more, it kind of offsets.
Chris Sang says, "Hey Tori, someone donate to you, man." He mentioned the. Yeah, unless you're talking about something else.
Did I miss somebody else? I missed things. No, I didn't miss anybody. I thanked Ole Jakob, and then I went and checked Luka Doncic's Twitter because he said check Doncic's Twitter.
TBTB and Beeves says, "Don't let the goaltend distract you from the fact the refs let Anthony lay unconscious on the floor for 2 possessions." Yeah, it's sad. No foul there. What's up, Jake Carey? He says, we're not bringing up the story of the night that Grant Williams was 100% on 3-pointers or something.
Grant Williams. Okay, we'll bring it up. Let's do it. Grant Williams, 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line in 29 minutes, 7 points. Congratulations to Grant Williams, and by extension,
1 for
Jake Carey,
1.
congrats. 1 for 1 in 29 minutes. Absolutely, like, dude, I wish Dame could shoot 1 for 1. Like Dame missed threes tonight, you know. Like he should watch some he should take inspiration from Grant Williams, obviously. He's starting for them. Of course he's starting for them. He's
been actually playing just
a bigger version of MJ. So
he's been playing decent. Yeah. Canadian Zombie with the donation.
Thank you to Canadian Zombie for the $5 Canadian currency. What is Canadian currency called? He says, I'm the only Blazers fan in my area, so thanks for providing a place for me to rant. LOL, keep up the good work, guys. Appreciate it, man. I love giving you guys a place to go voice your opinions, to entertain you guys, to give you guys some real fans on a platform that can rant and say whatever they want. It's I get to sit here and vent on a Saturday morning now, because Saturday morning it's past midnight, but yeah.
Chris Sang asks if anyone knows how Anthony's doing. Last I heard, he's got a headache, but he's okay. But yeah, he definitely had a concussion and is in the concussion protocol now. So he has to clear certain things before you can even practice and stuff like that. So just like everything else, I'm sure it'll be reevaluated in a week, or they won't give us any other information other than that. They've been really vague with their injury news lately, or this season.
You know what I'm gonna try and do is.
Nico said this happened in Greece and fans threw Molotovs at the ref's house. Yikes.
That's kind of crazy.
Daniel said he just watched that Jazz fan flexing on Twitter. Nice.
It's so stupid.
R.I.P. Blazers. Technically, it was only 7 people off our roster once Ariza and Simons went out, because we only have 14 people, because this organization doesn't want to give Dame another player to help him win. In fact, we pay people to take someone from us, so we don't have that burden of having. Or no, we paid someone to take someone, so we had more healthy bodies.
Higher percentage of healthy bodies.
Though
12.
No, that's not what he said.
No, I know.
That's what someone in chat joked. That's what.
I'm gonna. Let's see here. I'm gonna fix this to make it like a post game thing. Who's that? Yeah, screw that guy. Yeah. Screw Gobert, man. Yep. Maybe. Sorry, I'm messing around with my screen. I want to turn this into like a post-game thing, and I'll change the colors later, I guess. I know. Well, now I'll just do it to red. Because I like this. Oh, yeah, you are. Crap. My bad. Let me add. I forgot I switched over, because I was trying to do this without switching over. And I forgot switched over. So let me add the audio output capture, add source, audio output capture. Yeah, every time I switch, it mutes.
Is
okay,
Tori?
There you go. You're good.
Is Tori still working on that rap song he said he would do?
Will in the future.
Tori's a
I'm
procrastinator.
not
He'll
gonna.
have that out right at the end of the
I'm not
season.
gonna put out something that's terrible. So that's all I gotta say to that.
Yeah. I know, but make sure you're at least working.
It will get out. It will get out before the end of the season, guaranteed.
Henry Walker says, my parents and I got in a big fight because I punched my door and almost broke my middle finger. Nice.
I don't recommend doing that, but also do you?
Tori, where's the Buffalo Hot Wing Challenge?
I mean, let's just say the person I thought that was gonna film that. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about that, but yeah. Just say it hasn't been a good 2 weeks. Let's just say that. I'm just gonna try and fix this overlay.
Yeah, Henry M. Gary Trent had a nice game. Kyle Parker's triggered still.
Why can't I move the Uprise logo? Just let me. Thank you. I just wanted the alerts, donations, whatever to show up. That's why I'm messing with this right now.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Arwen says he's going to be pissed off if the Blazers miss the playoffs by one game. Yeah. What would the NBA say to us? Oh, sorry.
People would probably forget it by then, sadly.
Oh yeah. Remember Clay said he would order the Blazing Wings. So if we go to the game, we'll go to B-Dubs beforehand.
That's too far away. I gotta get that challenge. I gotta get that Blazing Wing out of the way soon. But if he wants to,
yeah,
we could do another bet before then. We could do 2 Blazing Wings. Oh, this stuff's hard to mess with right now. I want to move the logo.
Dan Dickow, aka Jimbo, Eric, Tori, you guys ever go up to Bend? You mean over to Bend? Like Bend, Oregon, I'm assuming, right?
Over, up, down. Which way?
I mean, it's in Oregon. You live in Vancouver, and I live almost not very far from the border of Oregon, so it wouldn't be up. Yeah, I go to. I love Sun River.
Cool.
I'm planning on going this summer, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a cool vacation spot.
It's a nice little family trip. It's not too expensive either. And you can get a house, and then you can rent bikes and stuff. It's really fun. Chiefin, how am I ignoring you? Yeah, all you say is Swanigan is slow. Yes, everyone knows Swanigan is slow. I don't. What am I supposed to say to that? Yes, I agree. Unless you said something else that I missed.
Come on, Chiefin. Alright, is that lined up right? And I need to...
Clay's, no, he's saying that he didn't say. He said he'd have the route done by the end of the season. Not
I said
the
I'd
All-Star
work.
break,
I
but
said I might
that All-Star break.
I might finish it on All-Star break.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's not something that I can just snap my fingers and have done.
Daniel, thanks for asking. My foot's doing good. Just got cleared to start. Or a few weeks ago, I got cleared for light cardio, and then I got cleared to start mixing in some light jogging, work myself up back into running shape. But yeah, things are going well. Hoping to be back on the court here in a few weeks because I really miss basketball. I might just play anyway. I've been at the gym, and people have asked me to play because they need one and stuff, and I'm gosh, I want to so bad.
Alright, this overlay might be scuffed, but I don't care at this point.
My kids, Jimbo, love swimming and water parks and stuff, so they love the what's that called, shark or whatever, the the little pool with the slides at in Sun River. Brian Scalabrini says, "Oh my God, look at the clock at 1:43. It went unmarked the whole possession."
What?
Not
Like
sure
it went,
what that
it
means.
didn't wind down? Like,
Yeah, good point, Ankles X. Imagine how Nurk feels. He want to hop on that court so bad. Especially on night like tonight where it's getting kind of chippy. Nurk would love this kind of game tonight.
be where Nurk thrives.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. You guys' donations and stuff will show up now on the graphic. I don't know if it will be like the cleanest or just kind of threw this together, changed it for like a post game type of.
Yeah, Zach too. I bet Zach was so mad when Olshey was like, "I'm going to wait till he's 110%." Zach's probably like, "Screw you, I'm playing tomorrow."
For real. That's tough, man. That'd be tough. Watching the team. It's probably why, I don't know. I wonder like how much like Rodney's watching the team on TV and that type of stuff.
Clay says Donovan and Gobert are both on Team Giannis, so Dame's going to kill him on Sunday. Next Sunday. Yeah.
Look forward to it.
You guys have to see this. What? Did you send it to us on Twitter, Scalabrini? Henry M. asked why only a few minutes for Simons, because he got Cobra Kai'd by Royce O'Neal, sweep the leg, and he fell backwards and landed on his head, and he got a concussion. So
yeah, letting Dame swing at the ref probably wouldn't have been the best idea, but
I'm watching this thing by Scalabrini. He sent us the link to this video of the clock being stopped at 1:43, the shot clock not going. Oh, the shot clock's running. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. But there's a clock and it doesn't move like above the basket. But it looks like the shot clock's working. That's weird. I don't know if that would have been good or bad, though. It would have changed the end, I guess.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then there might not have.
no, I mean,
been a
yeah,
goal.
the
That's not technically the ref's fault, but they're supposed
Noticed
to be the
it?
ones that.
yeah.
Like, someone's got to notice it, yeah.
No, that whole possession went
I
untimed and
noticed-
they didn't catch it.
I noticed that in the Denver game. There were several possessions where they it was at the end of the first quarter and we were rolling the ball down to like save time, and not touching it. And they like started the shot clock, so it was like down to 20 before the person even picked up the ball, like bringing the ball up the court. Kyle Parker will not let it go that it was rigged. He said the refs are getting promotions tonight.
No, it wasn't rigged. The refs are just incompetent. I hope Dame during his concert has like a diss track on NBA refs in the NBA for his All-Star concert on Saturday night. How funny would that be?
That'd be cool. Diss track on the refs, yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Henry Walker wants a King of the Court contest like Dame and Westbrook and Mitchell. And that'd be so awesome to watch right now.
Oh, boy.
King of the Court's
Yeah,
a
it'd be
cool game.
entertaining, man. Interesting to see how hard they go.
Cheevan's asking if you think those refs were fired, it would go public. Yeah, I mean,
They're not
it would
gonna
be
get
pretty
fired.
obvious if they got fired. Yeah, they won't. Yeah. Ryan Adams wants to see more of Gabriel. Yes. I thought Stotts could have the guys obviously didn't have their legs for a while in that into the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter. Um, I thought he should have like tried to give him a little longer rest, especially on a back to back. Like I know it's
I would
tough
have
to
subbed
rest
Melo
David
out at
all
one point just because
in
like
this
Melo was
situation.
struggling. He kept settling for mid range.
Yeah.
He kept getting mismatches and he could have like attacked them and tried to get to the rim, but he kept settling for turnaround fadeaways even though they weren't falling. And his energy on defense was like inconsistent. He had some good plays, he had some bad plays. I would have given Melo some more rest or something. Sub Melo out, put Gabriel in there, get some length, get some energy, especially at the start of the fourth quarter when we were at really the point. That was really the point where our energy was the lowest. We were struggling for energy. We were gassed. Utah was going on a run. That's where you sub in some energy like Gabriel for Melo because Gabriel was fresh. He only played 9 minutes tonight and, hasn't really played at all. So yeah, I would have subbed him in for at least a little bit, seeing what happened.
Yeah. Jeffrey asked, how would you guys like to see the NBA make up for this in a perfect world? I kind of mentioned this earlier. In a perfect world, the NBA would have called the refs right after that game ended and be like, you know what, you missed the call. Bring the players back on the court. We're going to replay the last 9 seconds. In a perfect world, that would have been the easiest way because the players are still there. You still have the whole tiredness situation that the exact same way. Instead of replaying the game at a future date, you're starting off fresh with 9 seconds left. It doesn't really simulate the same game atmosphere. So I would have just called it a tie game, give the ball to the Jazz with 9 seconds left, and have them replay it. But yeah, that's the only fair way I think to do it.
Yeah.
But were you guys mad at Melo at the last play of the game? No, not really,
He made the right
because
pass
he
in
hit
the corner,
Swanigan.
too,
Wide
and
open. Yeah.
Swanigan's not.
I was probably going to be mad if he took that shot with
Dame
like 3 guys
Dame
on
was
him.
being,
But
Dame was being like face guarded, so Melo couldn't
was
get
like,
the ball.
I know. I was like, pass the ball to Dame. Yeah. We need Dame with the ball. Like, I don't even care if he has 8 guys on him, including
Honestly,
the refs.
though,
Like, we
we
needed
probably
Dame to
got a
have the
better
ball.
shot off than Dame would have, because Dame was being face guard. Would have been hard to give him the ball, and Dame would have had to run to where Melo was, where there was already like multiple defenders. And at that time, Dame wouldn't have had enough time. Dame would have got trapped by like all 3 of them, just smothered, and he would have had to fade away from like 35, 40 feet. Yeah, he might have made it, but like I don't even know if he could have gotten a shot off if he went and got the ball from Melo. So to get a wide open corner 3 from Swanigan, obviously you'd rather have a better shooter shooting it, but like it wasn't a bad shot, and it was on line. He just barely missed it long. How awesome would that have been if like Caleb tied the game at the buzzer after all that crap, and here comes Swanigan to save it. Like that would have been awesome, but it just sucks.
Henry Walker asked, what did Dame say on Mitchell's Twitter? So he quote tweeted the interview of Donovan after the game, calling out Gary Trent for not knowing his place in the league, basically. And he said, like, bro, stop or something like that.
Stop.
What did he say exactly? Man, stop. And then I haven't seen a response to Dame, but what did Donovan Mitchell said something back to him? I said what I said.
Just like no shit. Like now you're saying nothing, basically.
Russell, first round exit Westbrook, says his sister's listening to the stream, and she asked why I'm listening to Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove talk about the Blazers. What? Okay. I guess I sound like him or something. I've seen that movie. It's been a while though, but I don't know. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, I don't think you sound like him, to be honest. That's a funny diss though. What's
Gronk.
up, Gronk?
Gronk, LOL. That's what he typed. So let me ask you this, Kyle Parker. Swanigan hits that three, how would that be rigged?
It's not rigged.
Like the Blazers still almost won. Like, what if they win in overtime and Swanigan hits that three despite the refs? Like, they can't rig it enough to, especially nowadays. Like, look how bad they're getting hammered for this. They're like gonna get called out. Their careers are gonna be not what they could have been, all because of this. And if they make a mistake this bad again, they won't ref in the NBA anymore. Like they can try to rig it, but with social media now, there's so many things people can do to point this stuff out. It's really hard to rig stuff. I know it still probably happens.
Destroy their profits much more than rigging it would help. You know, a regular season game between the Jazz and the Blazers, like.
And once again, why have the Lakers not made the playoffs in 6 years? Why have the Knicks sucked for like ever? If it's rigged at all.
Yeah.
Swanigan missed that three like Dame at the end of the first Spurs game. Yeah, that one was like, I don't even know how that missed. I still watch that replay, and like 3/4 of the ball are below the rim.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
What's up, Alexander? Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah,
did it come up? Yeah, nice.
On the thing.
Yeah. We need a new top super chat for today, though. It's not working, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to update it.
What do you of the 49ers? They choked in the fourth quarter. I mean,
let's not talk about that.
They're up 20-10. Captain Kappen was right for one night about Hazonia.
Yeah, I did have.
He had a good game.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not updated.
I like that he didn't. Just kind of like what we always said about Bazemore. Just come in and play your role. Don't try to be.
Yeah, Mario just tries to do too much. He just needs
Jordan,
to bring energy, not force the issue, cut hard, finish, play better defense. And then he's still not going to be a good NBA player, but he wouldn't drive you crazy, and he could actually have a chance at helping the team. The problem is he always tries to do too much. He'll have a wide open lay, and earlier this year, you remember that wide open lay, and he tries to reverse it for some reason, and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Captain Kappen just tweeted, Klay Thompson isn't hurt. He's been playing all season wearing a Gary Trent Jr.
reminds me of Wes
mask.
a little bit. His defense has been Gary Trent's defense has been impressive, and that's the thing I said. He needs to be able to hit threes consistently and play defense. And right now, like that's what he's doing. He's a good NBA role player right now, and it's awesome to see. He's only 20 years old right now, but he had some steals, man. That's just pure hustle, and that chip on the shoulder, like edge to him. I like to see that as well. Gary Trent Jr. has made me a fan of him the last like month and a half. Like I wasn't a huge fan of his game before that. Like I don't know, forced too many poor shots, didn't know the right shots to take, didn't play defense well enough. But like he's fixed the issue that we talked about in Summer League, where he was forcing bad shots and like not letting the game come to him. Now he lets the game come to him, and he shoots. Like he's been having efficient nights the past few weeks because of that, and he's playing defense.
And how nice is it when it's the ball swung around and it's him wide open in the corner? That's been. I know he's 2 for 8
from
tonight,
three or
but
from
like
the
I
field.
feel pretty confident with that. Yeah.
But he was 6 for 13 from the
three.
field, so he shot better from two. But before this game, he was shooting 42% from the 3-point line and 42% from the field. But like before this game, he had a true shooting percentage of 57%. You know what I mean? Advanced defensive metrics, like he has a negative 1.9 defensive box plus minus, but I feel like that's not doing him justice. I feel like Like I'd have to look at his real plus minus and see how that differs, and I don't know. But like I test, defensive stats aren't as good as defensive advanced stats aren't as good as offensive advanced stats in my opinion. So
right, for sure.
I think Trent's been a good defender for us. Tonight I thought he played good defense. Donovan Mitchell went 6 for 16. With only 16 points, and part of that was because Gary Trent Jr. was playing good defense on him. So
I liked this was partly mellow, but like they had a couple of possessions where they didn't quite switch, but they kind of acted like they were going to switch for a second and then let the guy recover. And then it's easier to do with a lineup. I forgot what game it was that we had a small lineup in there without a center. It might have been the Tolliver game where Whiteside didn't play. But like, there's no reason to like worry about who has who when when you don't have a center in the game. So there was a time where like Melo and Hazonia were like the two bigs, and it was like Trent, Dame, and CJ in the game too. And like there was a play where Melo kind of hedged or showed on the pick, and then I think it was CJ recovered around it, and Melo Gobert had like cut down the middle of the key, and the person guarding the guy in the corner, it might have been Trent, went with Gobert down the middle and cut off the pass there, and then Melo went and got Trent's guy in the corner. It's like one of the first times all season I was like, wow, they actually every single person rotated correctly on the same play. Like that hardly ever happens. But it's a lot easier to do when you don't care about who's guarding who, or like, oh, this Swanigan has to get back to Gobert in that situation. Like, no, he doesn't. Like, you just have to like play defense long enough to make them take a tough shot. But then our one thing that was making me mad was we went back to our not boxing out, and that's like a crucial mistake when you're undersized, because like they would all turn around and run towards the basket. If they just would have stood and boxed out, or stood not even boxed out but just be between your guy and the basket, a lot of those rebounds would have came back to them instead of going over their head and getting tipped out and stuff. So that was a little frustrating, but I mean, it's hard to complain when they played their hearts out tonight. I'm not gonna dog any of their efforts tonight because they all played amazing.
Talking about the game, because we're talking about the refereeing and the drama and all that. Oh man, God, I need some caffeine. I need some caffeine. So when's our next game's the 9th against Miami. That's Sunday. Is that an early game?
Yeah. I think it's like 6, so not like super early, but yeah, we saw the possession where the clock was stuck on 1:43. That's usually like the refs should notice that, but that's on the scorekeepers that it should be, and who knows if that would have affected us negatively or positively. The game on Sunday is at home versus Miami.
Yeah.
Yep. Zaza move on Simon. Yep. Blazers Nation, but tough loss. Yep.
Ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do if they do. Like one game cost them some sort of seeding or playoff or something. They should give them like best odds on the lottery or something. Yep. Reward them for like somehow. Like we need help getting injured, right? M. Satola. Yeah. Dude, I don't want this to happen, so
Yeah.
don't take it this way. But what would happen if we had a few more injuries and we had to sign a healthy body because you have to like suit up
Why would
in
you
a
even bring?
game?
Why would you even put that in the universe?
I'm not. I'm just saying. I wonder with the team.
Yeah.
I mean, they
They'd
flat out
find
don't want to sign
somebody on a
anyone, but
10-day,
like, what would
probably
happen?
until they could get 8 back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that though.
Yeah, we talked about the CJ interview a little bit. He said that ref needs to be reprimanded and fined and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, dude.
Technically, we still have the disabled player exception for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Clay's that's how the NBA usually works too, or at least once you get further into the playoffs, like the best graded refs get chosen to do that. Same in the NFL. Like the refs that work the Super Bowl are always like the top graded crew of the season, stuff like that. Man, what if that was like a playoff game?
That would be horrible. That would be like
Yeah.
horrible for the NBA. NBA wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
to make it past that.
Well, it'd be just like the NFL last year
Yeah.
with the Saints one, but like that's why I'm saying there needs to be like a good of the game clause where they
Yeah.
just be like, nope, we're stepping in here. There's no replay on that, but we're gonna replay it because it's what's the right thing to do.
No, I mean it makes sense. That's the thing. Just have some common sense with this type of stuff. Don't like it. I don't understand what they're preventing from happening. That's so bad that it's worth not having more common sense with this. You know what I mean? I can't see how that would be worse than what happened tonight. You know.
Yeah.
Tori, you know when a new mailbag is coming? I recorded for 30 minutes of the last one and then didn't get it out, which sucked because I was busy prepping for the trade deadline stream. But probably maybe Monday. Probably Monday. I'll post something in the community tab tomorrow.
Good night, diehard Blazer fan. He says about to go to bed. When I wake up, I hope to see Dame drop a diss track on Donovan Mitchell. He's writing it on the plane
once
home.
he hops off the plane, it's out by the time Dame gets home. But yeah, Monday might end up being Tuesday, Wednesday next week, but I'll get it out next week. This one I'll actually get out because the one before was like I need to get out before the trade deadline, or it didn't make sense to post, and I was prepping and trying to figure out some stuff last minute for that stream.
Jose Madrano says, is it bad if my favorite player is Nurkic? Why would that be bad, dude? Nurkic is awesome.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, we should be here talking about Dame doing it again.
Yeah.
He's been unbelievable, man. That guy is special.
Yeah. I mean, dude's...
I think he's clearly ended any debate on like those Twitter stupid things like greater than symbol where they post a picture and then the greater than symbol.
And maybe Twitter's silly with that type of stuff. It's people trying to like cause argument and get clout, and it's stupid.
how did we end up with Dame? We had the 6th pick, and other than Anthony Davis and maybe Bradley Beal, I mean, obviously you'd rather have Dame than Bradley Beal, but they already had John Wall, but all the rest of the teams were stupid. So we got
Michael Kidd
lucky.
Gilchrist, Deion Waiters, Thomas Robinson.
Yep. Those are the 3.
So thank God,
And special shout out to the Nets. Their GM Billy King was really stupid. That's the same guy who traded like 18,000 first-round picks and swap picks to Boston for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce when they were like 45 years old. So he traded for Gerald Wallace, who we had like this season where there was like a mutiny. Basically, we had Raymond Felton and like all these punk ass players, and they turned on the coach, and the coach got fired, and then we traded Gerald Wallace, and they gave us a 1st-round pick, Brooklyn. I guess they might have been New Jersey still at that time, They only protected it top 3 because their GM said there's only 3 good players in the draft, so I don't need to protect it any more than that. So they ended up with the 6th pick, and that's how we got that. We didn't make the playoffs that year either, and had the 11th pick. So we might have been able to find a way to get Damian Lillard move up a little bit, even if we didn't have that pick, but we'll never know that. But yeah, that's how we got him. And yep. It's all good from there. He started since day one.
Yep. Oh man, this isn't cold actually, but I'm gonna drink. Cause whatnot, I need some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just out of gas. The last 2 days have just been emotionally draining, mentally draining. The trade deadline stream, postgame last night, and then postgame tonight after those horrible missed calls and just everything, man. Just need to mentally reset and I don't know.
Yeah. Alex says Donovan Mitchell is still talking about Trent on his Twitter.
Seriously?
I was thinking instead of Monday, Wednesday, because the last game's Thursday, so maybe we should take Friday. Monday
Friday
off.
We'll just preview we'll make our picks for 3-point contest, dunk contest, skills. We'll just talk about All-Star Weekend.
Okay. Yeah, true. I'm trying to find. I wrote down everyone that I could remember's prediction for this stretch. We only have one game left, so I can't. I'm having trouble finding it. Got my notepad here. The All-Star Weekend should be fun. I hope Dame wins the 3-point contest.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun. See, if we make picks for that, though, people just pick Dame, But
yeah, is Jason Joseph in here still? I'm just asking. He was thanks to the ref effing this over tonight, he was right on with his 8-6 prediction over the 14 games. What's up, Jason Joseph? 8-6, you guessed it. That's what we are in our last 14 games.
Are you sure it wasn't over the last 14 games before the All-Star break, or what?
No, because we were when I was going back looking at it, the Miami game at home or the Milwaukee game at home, I think, was the first game of that. But it ended up being 15 games, so I don't know if you misspoke and just said 14 instead of 15. But that stretch the 2 games before the All-Star break was supposed to start our easy stretch because at the time we were talking about it, it was New Orleans and Memphis, and they were not good either. But
yeah,
because that's who we play after Miami. But yeah, should be 9-5 right now in that 14-game stretch. Ref's name is Irvine. Well, there'd be 3 of them too.
Jason Hassler tweeted out on Twitter. He said, "So many of my Blazer followers do podcasts, and I feel like a D because I don't listen. So I'm gonna pick one to check out. You let me know which one." I tweeted back at him. I was like, "The one ran by 2 Niner fans because he's a Niner fan." So see if I can win over Jason. But we do a lot more.
Nice.
A lot more than other podcasts, you know.
Yeah. I was thinking we should just call ours like live streams, not podcasts, because
It's like a podcast, though. I mean, like live streams, like it's obvious that it's live. You can see that. I don't know. Like it says live on the video when people click on it, so we don't even need to say it's a live. I don't know. Live podcasts, live streams. Yeah, I mean, maybe that could separate us from the rest of them. I'll leave it to the players, but I'm confused as to why exactly it is. Okay, Casey Hall, I'll tweet it out. I'll leave it to the players, but I'm confused as to what exactly it is about Gary Trent that leads Merriam-Webster to believe he's unqualified to talk. That's a golden tweet by Casey. Called Donovan Mitchell Merriam-Webster. That's funny.
Brian Scalabrini asked if anyone's been injured during an All-Star game.
Didn't somebody break their nose or something? Yeah,
that was Kobe. Dwayne Wade broke Kobe's nose. Yeah.
Yeah, I would hate to see somebody get injured.
Hey, I want to clip the post-game show of me yelling into the class game.
I don't know exactly how to clip, because I hear people say clip that or something. Streamers, I don't know if that's a Twitch thing. I don't really understand that. I would like to clip some stuff. I need Russell first round exit Westbrook. He's been in school, but I need some timestamps from previous streams. I need to put that together. You can help me with that. I can give you some streams if you want during the All-Star break. You know, we won't be streaming or anything, so maybe we could do that. Those videos would be actually like really fun to put out. So if you wanted to help me with that, and anybody else who wanted to help me with that, just email me blazersuprise@gmail.com. Also, if you're interested in helping me, like I'm looking to get some people together for something. I'm not going to say anything, but if you're interested in helping me, it'd only take like 5 minutes a day. Anybody can do it. It's just this online thing. Like only 5 minutes a day. If would need like 20 to 30 people, just send me an email, blazersuprise@gmail.com. Send me an email right now, or you can DM me or whatever, or just like get in touch with me if you want to help me out. It's kind of like a little bit of a personal thing, but it'll help out the channel, that type of thing. So just let me know. Just gotta reach out to me, because if it's in chat, I won't remember. So I want to just like gather together a collection of people. Russell first round exit Westbrook said, "Actually have school at 6 a.m. but F it, Blazers Uprise is streaming." Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. I missed some of the OGs that have been busy lately.
Wait, you have school at 6 a.m. on a Saturday?
Yeah. You have school at 6 a.m.?
On a Saturday?
Maybe he's in college.
He's in Saturday school.
College.
He's in trouble.
Or he's just
trouble.
I know he's trying to, or he forgot stuff.
Or he's trying to be slick, and he's like, "Oh,
try to get some love." I gotta wake up at 6. You're in college, or like what's the Saturday stuff? Is it like because I know there's like Saturday, like weekly Saturday classes for college and stuff like that. So
Saturdays. Scalabrini, is your basketball season over? How you doing? Or how's the season going? Saturday biology class from 9 to 4? Is that every Saturday or is
Jeez.
it?
So I assume that's a college thing?
Yeah, college.
7 hours, bro? What the hell? What the hell?
Is it
I mean, for
just like a
biology, I feel
one-time
like that
thing, or
makes
is that
sense,
every
you know,
Saturday?
like for like a science
Yeah,
class.
you probably have like a lecture in the lab and stuff, but yeah, that
Yeah,
seems like a long time.
it's dope though. I believe him.
Yeah, Kings beat the Heat. Heat were shorthanded though.
Rockets lost by like 30.
Rockets got destroyed with their under 6'6" lineup after beating the Lakers last night.
Damn.
Jimmy Butler didn't play either, so or Tyler Hero or Myers Leonard. I wonder if
Why
Butler
did
will
my
play on
concurrent
Sunday.
viewers just go from 99 to 128 to 99? The hell? I've never seen that happen before. Glitched.
We had like 29 people just
Yeah,
come in
no,
here for
that's what
1
it looked
second
like,
and then leave.
to be honest.
Oh, every Saturday for the next
That's
7
rough,
weeks?
man. That's
Ouch.
rough.
Yeah. Did you see what D'Antoni said about
What?
the lineup? He basically said like this is what he's always wanted to do. Like this was his perfect situation, and that he was too scared to do it in Phoenix, but he really wanted to, and like he wishes he would have just done it anyway, even though he
But
was
they had
scared
Amari,
to.
so what? You don't
But
play
yeah,
Amari, or you play him as center, or you trade him
yeah, I
for
don't know.
what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like the only way it works to like run that type of offense is to have like a big perimeter player, like a Pascal Siakam or somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's what you need, or like a Gallinari or somebody like that, like a big perimeter player at center. Because I don't know. And that's still like rough, but at least you have more size because they just don't have enough size. Nurkic is gonna feast on them.
I don't know why they traded Jordan Bell. Like, not that he's good,
For
but like
Caboclo, doesn't
he
make
seems
sense.
like a super poor man's Capella. Like, just a guy who runs the floor and does like rebounds, and you can throw lobs to him. Like,
Oubre dropped 39 and 9 on them.
he dropped 30
Yeah,
the
which
other
he was
day too
playing
in his
for
last
us.
game. We didn't even
We didn't
acquire
even see
though.
if that was a possibility, like what it would have taken. Because, why would you want to trade our center when we have our starting center coming back? We don't have a starting center right now, but why would you want to trade our starting center, who's one of the best starting centers in the league, even though we don't have a starting center right now? O'Shea logic. Gotta love it. How much? I can't even look at the box score for this. Oh, man. God, I'm too tired, man. Shoot, I might have to log off in a second or something. I don't know.
Washington beat Dallas too. That's what sucks. We could have gained the game on Memphis. We could have gained the game on Dallas. We could have gained the game on Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have made some headway. Would have been awesome. But nope.
Toronto beat Indiana again tonight? But did you see the last game where Toronto beat Indiana?
No. Oh, the comeback, yeah.
They were down like 10 with a minute left or
comeback,
something.
Oh, dude, I keep yawning. It was like a half yawn, and then if you yawn, I don't even know. I'm dying.
Yeah, I should probably head to bed.
So tell those
Gotta
about
work
the
early.
Alrighty.
Good night, Satolo. It's 4 a.m. in NYC. Is that
Damn.
where you are, William?
Don't worry, we lost this game on purpose to help Utah get the 1 seed.
Still listening. So he
Yeah.
can funk win the playoffs. Oh man, that'd be so awesome. Too bad they lost 5 in a row and kept effing up, because that would have been sweet.
Would have been the biggest fraud of a 1 seed ever.
See, that's weird, because last year I didn't want to play Utah, and that's why I was mad we were throwing that last game, because I thought OKC would fold in the playoffs. But this year, I want Utah. Like,
Yeah,
they don't scare me at all.
Only 2 teams.
Especially with the way their bench sucks. Like, Clarkson can get hot and win a game, but he's one of those guys who shoots you out of games too.
Yeah, only
Later,
2 teams
later Clays.
would make me nervous. That's the LA teams. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, their defense isn't as good as it's been in previous years. And that's weird, because I don't understand why they because Conley's had a lot of success in his career defending Dame, but they've been putting Ingles on Dame, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, because Dame can just go by him. But I'll take it though.
I mean, Dame loves playing against him. He dropped that 59-point game a couple years ago against him.
Yeah, and then what did he have last week?
50,
yeah, 50,
42.
Right? And that's weird, because they're such a good defensive team. Or their reputation is the defense. William says if one of the LA teams doesn't make the finals, it'll be the biggest upset in years. Yeah, it's pretty much set up for one of those 2 teams to make it. If they don't, it will be pretty surprising.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna log off. I'm just too tired, man. So,
later, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
These streams have been awesome lately, even though we've been having like bad tones to them because of the lack of trades and at least we won last night, I guess. But yeah,
the trade deadline last night's stream. So, anyway, we'll catch you guys.
Yeah.
Catch you guys Friday. Wait, today's Friday. We'll catch you guys Sunday with the post game show. I was thinking it was Wednesday. Catch you guys Sunday with the post game show. And until then, thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for making these streams pop off. Been fun. The stream yesterday, the stream tonight got the most viewers I've ever seen on a post game stream. I think everybody wanted to hear me rant. So that's pretty cool. I think we hit like.
They wanted to hear you. They wanted to hear you rant.
I think we hit like 240 viewers or something crazy. That's insane for a post game show. So that was awesome. So anyway, thank you guys for sticking with us. Sorry, my energy isn't like where it should be right now. I'm worn out and life, that type of stuff.
You're like the Blazers, man. You're tired of carrying Blazers Uprise.
Yeah. I guess you could say so. No, I'm just worn out. I'm just mentally fatigued. So I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys Sunday. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until then, peace out. Go Blazers.